Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV, YouTube. And it's been a minute, a strong minute since we've had this show here. The Courtside Commentary Podcast is back, which is the NBA podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel, because the NBA regular season starts next week, people. There will be watch-alongs galore on the Sarcasm City TV playback. But thought you'd bring you the predictions. The prediction live stream right here on the YouTube channel. Big up to Peter who says we got intro now. Yes, man, we got intro now, man. We here trying to upgrade. Like the NBA teams are trying to upgrade here at Sarcasm City TV. So let me bring the man them into the building anyway. Sheik is here in the cut. Peter's here in the cut. Eddie's here in the cut. What you man telling me, man? You man good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, man. I'm good.
You say,
good. It's super funny that we're doing an NBA preview. And we have 3 fifths of the Pacific Division here and nobody from any other team. So it is what it is, man. But it's good to be back.
Jez will be here. Kozilla said he's showing up as well.
Everyone on the West Coast, man. This is like the West Coast stream for real.
It is.
West
You know
Coast.
what it is? There's just no one from like the East Coast. Like there ain't even East Coast content creators like that. Just in general, it's just mainly West Coast. You lot just dominate.
East Coast basketball is garbaggio. That's
Coast,
what
West
it is.
Coast,
They don't
man.
want to hear about that shit. They want to hear from the heavy hitters. That's what it is.
Like I ain't gonna lie, because even when I look at the conferences and like what games to do watch-alongs for and that, I look at the East and I go, it's not entertaining. Like the West is just more entertaining for me, just to watch. Like the East is a few teams. Like maybe the Bucks. I even enjoy like the Celtics play great basketball, but I don't enjoy watching the Celtics. I'm never like, let me watch Tatum and Brown. Like they don't, their games don't. But again, that's just from a casual. That's what that is. But run up the likes though, people. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after, run up the likes on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials. And that's me, Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV. Retweet and like on Twitter/X. Share from the Instagram. And just as important, subscribe to the channel. Sarcasm City TV is road to 13,000 subscribers. Hit the notification bell as well. Peter mentioned Ghanaians. You got a Ghanaian in the building. Yes, what are you telling me, Jez? You good?
I proclaim myself as German these days. So
you're German.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, man, one day German, next day Ghanaian.
Hey, if you haven't been on the channel, bro, I've been saying, bro, we disclaimed the Ghanaian side for a bit.
He has been saying that for a strong minute. He has. And that being said, any questions you lot have, feel free to get into the chat. NBA season preview 2024/25. Of course, we're not going through every team, but we'll discuss all the main teams, main contenders, players, any news, all of that good stuff. So there is only one place to start. I seen this yesterday. It came out today, but it was mentioned a couple of days ago. Kawhi Leonard out indefinitely. I think the best person to kick this one off is Eddie. What are you telling us? What's your thoughts on the Kawhi Leonard, LA Clippers own being out indefinitely? Talk to us.
I'm trying to be tactful. I'm not, because it's an injury. You know, if he had got caught up in the trap house with all kinds of work and shit like that, he was going to prison, then I could joke a little bit. But he's actually injured, and it's fucked up because I hate injuries. And especially, I like to, me, the way I am with this basketball shit, I like everybody at their best. So no doubt you understand who really does this and who doesn't. That's what I enjoy about it, even sports in general. So with the Kawhi thing, I'm never going to say that he should retire. But it's at this point, I think it's all happening to the same knee or the same area of his leg since 2016. And it sucks, bruh. It really does, because I'm one of those people who enjoy watching Kawhi play because, bro, he just demoralizes whoever he's fucking guarding. They don't even try and look at the rim. It's either let me get a pick and roll or I'm gonna get off the pill real quick. So I'm gonna miss watching him play because I think it's getting towards the end of it. If he does play, well, I mean, we've seen Lonzo out there, so who knows? Anything is possible. But I don't think we're gonna see the Kawhi that we grew accustomed to love, because I don't think his body can handle it anymore for us. It's continuous at this point, so there's definitely a problem. And honestly, it's a blessing in disguise for for the Dippers because from a financial standpoint, like you got James and him, I think, locked up on the same timeline. So once James's contract is up, I bet he's gone, and then you're looking at Kawhi making a decision, but he'll probably have to go. So their rebuild, the rebuild's coming. It's around the corner, bro. It's the inevitable because they pushed all their chips in when they got Westbrook, Harden, PG, and Kawhi, and then that shit flamed out. So once that happened, I think they're trying to get. That's why PG's in Philadelphia. If they really wanted him, I feel like they would have moved heaven and earth to get him to stay.
Do you think it was the right move to get rid of him, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Go on. Why was it the right move?
Knowing what they know about Kawhi's knee and his spotty attendance at best, which, like, at this point, I don't even really like making fun of it because it seems like there's actually some crazy shit that's been going on with this for a better part of the last decade, going back all the way to him sitting out in San Antonio and refusing to play, them clearing him, obviously just how everything has gone down, right? The Clippers know that Kawhi's knee isn't great, right? They know he's not going to be there probably for a large enough chunk for it to really affect their season.
Yeah.
So why would you, as the Clippers, be tied up in the second apron with Paul George's max extension if it's not going to result in you seriously competing or contending anyways? Like, last year was their last chance. Kawhi went down and they lost in round one, right? That's just it. In the NBA, you need a certain amount of luck and you need things to break your way to make these deep playoff runs. And I think the Clippers realize they're far enough away now that they might as well have just let Paul George walk instead of being tied to all that salary and being so inflexible with regards to, like, molding the team, right? But at the same time, they weren't going to just let Kawhi and Paul George walk because they just opened the new arena. They need to sell tickets.
Yeah.
And they need it to be some sort of an attraction, right? If it's James Harden and friends, people probably aren't going to be down there. So I don't blame the Clippers for the position they're in too much right now. I think it would be 100 times worse if they had extended Paul George.
Oh, really? Okay. First.
I agree.
Go on.
I agree. I mean, we know the narrative around Kawhi Leonard for the past couple of years. You know, pre-pause, load management, this and that, sitting out games, all that.
I've never heard no one pre-pause load management.
Well, for us, like we get it, but for other people who don't know what that term means, that's a narrative that's basically been going around for Kawhi Leonard for a while. But like, I agree with Peter and Eddie. Like, it does kind of seem like there's actually something serious going on with him, of course. And I wasn't like, when I first heard about that, I wasn't like, oh, here we go with this whole load management thing again. The season hasn't even started. I'm hearing jokes that, like, people are betting on Kawhi to play like 75 games this season and they'll win like 140,000 or something like that. So, like, the jokes and stuff are flying, but in all seriousness, like, yeah, he's definitely had an issue. I think, obviously, in terms of what the Clippers are trying or how they're going to move forward, I honestly don't know, because now you've obviously left Paul George. You let Paul George leave. You have Kawhi Leonard, who's probably going to be injured for a good minute. James Harden and the rest of the squad too. I mean, if we keep it a buck, James Harden ain't carrying that squad by himself. So I don't know. And like, this whole idea of keeping him because of the new arena and the shirt sales and stuff makes sense, but I can see that coming to an end. Like, this season might honestly be like his last season for Kawhi. So we'll see. To what Eddie said, obviously, I would want, being in the Western Conference when we do play the Clippers, any team, I will want, obviously, for us to match up against their best team, just so that we can test ourselves out too. But it's a bummer that we don't get to see Kawhi for the start of the season, but hopefully recover soon, man. Hopefully.
Yo, Jess, same to you. What are you saying?
Nah, to be honest, I don't really have anything else to add that others haven't said before. I think the only thing I can add to that is because, obviously, when the news broke, I think yesterday it was, or the day before, obviously my timeline was going crazy about the fact that Kawhi is not going to be there, since all the recognizable superstars are not going to be there. Clippers, we don't know the situation throughout the season, what they're gonna try to do. Obviously, we have the Clippers pick. And obviously, the draft. I'm not 100% sure how good this draft class is.
Yeah, fuck.
So it could.
Yeah, you
it
do.
could.
I heard that you don't OKC get the number 1 draft pick if the Clippers.
No. It doesn't work like that. So pretty much,
Doesn't work?
it's pretty much first people out there on the socials pretty much saying how,
Okay.
depending on how bad Kawhi's injury is, and he maybe doesn't even play throughout the season, it could impact the fact that maybe the Clippers are just not going to be good. And obviously, the worse the record, the better chances that their picks, which we own, could turn into better picks, which then would only help us.
Yeah.
Since we obviously have a really good team, in my opinion. But then imagine having also a high pick as well, and the possibility that this gives you to work with. So it kind of goes hand in hand with us as well in that kind of situation. So obviously, I don't wish the injury in Kawhi, because I think a healthy Kawhi is a fucking hooper. And obviously, if things would have actually worked out with him PG, maybe they could have done something seriously over there with the Clippers, but it just didn't work out. So, but I'm not gonna lie though, I do need these Clippers to just do badly this season, because I just want my team to be also better. And just from a selfish point of view, I'm just saying, if these picks turn out good for us next summer, or whenever the next draft is going to be, I will be there. But obviously, I hope Kawhi has a good recovery, and whatever is going to happen with him this season, we'll obviously find out. We're probably going to be talking about it more often on here or on the playback. And yeah, man, let's see what the Clippers are going to be this season.
That's enough. Go on.
That's what I thought we missed. Probably the biggest reason why the Dippers roster is constructed the way it is. It's constructed as a playing team. Like, they have a good coach. They have I don't know what type of James Harden we're going to see, but he's there. They have a lot of youth. So they're going to be playing hard every damn night. Now, if they're good enough is another question. But they're trying to be good enough to get that draft pick. Hopefully it's around because I think it's top 10 protected, if I'm not mistaken. And then if it's
I have to double check, but it might be unprotected.
So if they get pick 17, if they get pick 17, I think it's theirs. You know, and you can use that. You can use that to trade for somebody. But again, if I'm the Dippers, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Was it blow it up and rebuild?
That's honestly what they have to do. That's what they're going to do. But I think they're just trying to make sure that the Thunder don't get that pick.
It's a swap this year.
It's a swap, yeah.
It's a swap.
You have picks from Miami and Philly as well protected.
So it's not protected at all. But I was just looking this up as well, because I was on Basketball Reference, but they haven't updated the contract information. The Clippers have Zubac, Terrence Mann, Derrick Jones Jr., Kawhi, and Norman Powell on the books, under team control after this season. So they're not going to be the worst team in the West, I don't think. But I think for sure they're going to be in the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
They're kind of, it is what it is. I think the Thunder are going to swap the pick anyways, because I would assume the Thunder go further in the season than the Clippers.
Definitely should be.
Yeah, so the Clippers are going to lose the pick, so they have no real incentive to tank to protect it. So I would guess they're going to play hard every night. It's going to be kind of meh. I could see anywhere from 40 to 46 wins. And landing somewhere in the play-in tournament. And I would assume we see Kawhi at some point around Christmas time. But when you're hearing indefinitely, I'm assuming he's going to miss a couple months.
Yeah, definitely.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. So you're all saying Clippers playing at best.
That's just kind of, I don't even think it's at best. I just think that's where they're going to be.
Yeah. Okay. If it's not the playing, they'll be 11. They'll be 11. They won't be at the bottom. But shit, because the West is crazy. Like, I'm just usually off the top of my head, Portland, trash. Like, oh my God, how they're still alive. They should be in the G League. They're the first team that I've seen in a long time, other than the 76ers of like maybe 8 years ago, where we should institute relegation just for this season. Put them down there and let them play basketball down there, because what they're going to put out there is diabolical. So that's the only team out west I can see being a bottom, like a fit, maybe a 20, maybe a 15-win team.
Damn.
I said 15-win team.
Pistons of last year.
Look at the
Pistons of the West.
There's no.
The West is stacked though. The West is super stacked.
Like, it's not. Yeah. There's no kind of flyover games. Like East is probably the worst teams. I'd say is Charlotte,
the Nets,
the Pistons,
the Nets. Yeah, the Nets. Excuse me.
The Nets, the Pistons, the Hornets,
the
maybe
Hornets.
The Bulls.
Yeah,
definitely the Bulls. Definitely,
yeah, the Bulls for
yeah.
sure.
The Wizards we forgot about. Like,
the Wizards. Yeah, the Wizards too.
Yeah, I think you have 5 teams in the Eastern Conference. Well, I would say definitely at least 3 that'll be worse than everybody in the West. Because
they're just straight up trash.
The only team I think actually has no chance at the play-in tournament, realistically, is Utah.
Utah and Portland.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Portland. Never mind. Yeah, Portland's dog shit too. Okay.
Yeah, so Utah and Portland,
like 14,
for sure.
In my opinion.
What about Spurs? What do y'all think about Spurs?
No, they have Chris Paul.
Have no chance. I don't think they'll make it. But if if we're in the middle of March and the Spurs are like 37 and 36, I would
go on a run. Yeah.
Like, Wemby could be like an all NBA second team type of player this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and definitely, I was watching the Spurs last year. I'm convinced those niggas were just not trying to win.
Oh yeah.
When it got
all of them apart from Wemby. You reckon we're trying to?
Yeah, but Wemby was out there trying to cook.
Wemby out here shooting threes and everything. Like Wemby was out there shooting threes.
Like 12 of the last 24 games. When they were just like, all right, the tank's probably safe. Now we can go out there and play hard. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
When it first started, Wemby wasn't in on it. When it first started, Wemby wasn't in on it. Then he got the memo. He was like, "Okay, my fault."
I'm saying we appreciate greatness out here, but calm down, buddy.
Hey, I mean, like first year in the league, he had to kind of show out. It was his first year in the league. All that hype.
Every time they were on what was it, TNT? They cooked. Every
time.
At one
point, okay, so I have the schedule in front of me, right?
Whoa.
At one point, the Spurs were 11 and 48.
Oh my god!
And then,
what?
Yes,
11-48.
11 and 48.
Yes, and then they went 11 and 12 in their last 23 games. I'm telling you, the tank was safe, and then they were like, "All right, we can try hard now.
We can play."
Yeah. So once the tank was secured,
but I'm telling you, the team is not that more minutes. I don't care what anyone says. So when the Spurs get like 35 wins or whatever this year, don't be surprised, everybody.
Why were they trying to tank? Was it for a pick? What was the reason they were trying to? Or were they just bad?
To add another person with Wemby, basically, to try to get another one that they could try to start that rebuild.
Yeah, no, they lost. I want to say.
I said they went
11 out of 12, and then they were like, "All right, we can play like a serious team now." It was ridiculous.
For real.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's my big up to everyone in the chat. Large up to all of you lot. Continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button on the channel. Make sure you share across all the socials. Any questions you lot have, feel free to get in our star. The best questions, of course, super chat to make sure your question gets read out. We mentioned it briefly. Well, you did, Peter, in regards to the Kawhi, in regards to Kawhi Leonard and it being the right move for PG to actually be let go by the Clippers. I'll go to you first on this, Peter. Do you think it was the right move for the 76ers to pick up PG? Or you think it was a bad move?
I mean, they kind of didn't have many options, right? Like, they needed to try and get better. They were going to extend Maxey. The Sixers are in a situation, it's not as bad as Kawhi with Embiid, but he's always going to miss time at some point. Injuries have affected him his entire career. Yeah. But you could argue they're close enough that it's worth pushing for. So I get why they would go out there and get a Paul George. It makes sense to me. So no, I don't think it was a bad move. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. Like I don't think they're gonna come out of the East, but I don't blame them for trying.
Did he pick up an injury as well? Like he
Yes.
hyperextended his knee.
He hyperextended his knee a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But they said he would be reevaluated like in a week, which is like right before the season. So I don't know if that can miss any time. But yeah, so Embiid said he's not going to play back-to-backs.
That's what I was going to go to as well.
Talk
about it.
So he's
what did you say, Eddie?
Hey man, these dudes had Tobias Harris running around, man. It was only up. It was only up, dog. It was only up. Man, they wasn't about to go through another season of Tobias Harris just running around out there.
All right, bro. The amount of Sixers fans I know, bro, they hate that guy, bro.
He gives them every reason to. He gives them every reason.
Man, like J. Cole, you know.
Bruh,
it's crazy, bro.
You know what's crazy? Because, yeah, J. Cole would hide in the corner, too. When it came down to it, that's what this dude was doing out here. Just hiding in the corner.
Oh, he was just hiding in plain sight.
Tobias Harris.
Huh?
Where does he play now?
Detroit.
Yeah, he's on Detroit.
Yes, bro.
That's how you know. That's how you know. Bruh's waiting on
the 1st and the 15th.
That's how you, yeah,
been waiting on the 1st and the 15th. What time is the game?
2 years, 52 M. To buy it.
Whoa, like this was stop talking about living the life, bro. Being real, standing in the corner and getting paid, bro. Like I swear down, bro. Like
he definitely
fair play though.
He overextended his stay at like the Sixers too, bro. He should have been long gone. The fact that he still had that contract with them, is crazy, man. But I like going back to Peter's point when we were talking about the Paul George thing. I'm looking at like the 76ers squad now. Other than Tyrese Maxey and the whole fact that Joel Embiid is not going to play back-to-back games, and we probably won't see him feature as much too. I look at the rest of the team, and it shows that they needed someone like Paul George. Obviously, it's kind of unfortunate that he did pick up that injury, but they've got Andre Drummond, they've got Kyle Lowry, they have Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre, Reggie Jackson, like for sure. Yeah, they definitely needed like someone like Paul George, but
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson, yeah, for real.
I didn't even realize he was there. Shout out to Reggie Jackson. I had no idea.
So last thing I remember him being in Denver, bro.
Yeah, he was on the Nuggets.
I remember him on the Clippers too. He was on the Clippers.
Yeah, when we first started watching him, he was like he was active. It was him and what's his name? Yeah, serious. What's the other guy's name?
I'll make it easy for y'all. Wherever Paul George goes, just know Reggie Jackson gonna be there too.
Why are they boys like that? Is that what that is?
Yeah, they the homies.
Okay. Hey, shout out to PG getting Reggie Jackson in the back. I respect that. Highly, man. I do. So you think it was a smart move then, Sheik, to get Paul George for the 76ers?
I wouldn't say smart. I would say because obviously like that would have to see more of like how the season turns out. But I feel like I wouldn't even say it was the right move. It's just more of like you had to do it. Like you had to do it. You had to go out and get a player of that caliber because of just how your squad is looking at the moment. And yeah, there's just a lot of uncertainties around the 76ers, to be honest, with a couple of things. But yeah, I think it's a good pickup for sure. That's what I would say. 100%.
First. And big up to Sorafel for the super chat. Appreciate it. It says, sadly, it will be a replay of last year. The better teams in the West will burn out in time for the Celtics to cruise to a chip. The East is weak. You might agree with this?
I think the East top. Shit, I won't even give them 4. Well, let me be real. Okay, so Boston, of course, unfortunately. Yeah. New York.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
I think they're the only team in the top 4, hypothetically, in this Eastern Conference that doesn't have, like, injury questions. Like, their stars are durable and play every day, right? We saw the Knicks fall apart last year.
Yeah.
We know Embiid's had his issues, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, Giannis and Dame couldn't stay on the court last year together either.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I do think the Celtics are the most talented out of all of those teams, but they're also the most available consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess that's, like, why I think. I mean, I guess in concept, like, the Knicks with KAT is cool, But considering we were down to Josh Hart playing the 4 last year because they were missing so many guys, like I just got to see it before I'm going to assume anyone's going to beat them. But it's not like impossible. I don't think it's as foregone a conclusion as last year.
Okay.
And you know what the issue is with the East is that right there, the injury concern. OG gets injured quite a bit. Miles plays, and then Josh Hart is coming back from injury too. So I'll be interested to see if the Knicks, but I think the East has just always been top heavy. I think if you take the bottom, like if out of the top 8 of the West, if you take the bottom 4 teams, they'd be pretty secure in the Eastern Conference as a playoff team or a play-in team. I just think there's a big ass gap between the top of the top in the East, and there's not as big a gap in the Western Conference. Like, because we can legit see, I think there's 3 teams that have a legitimate shot out the West.
Go on, who are those 3 teams, in your opinion?
Starting out numero uno, and it's just because of love.
Yeah, you already know, man. You already know. Miss Cube is here, man. Shout out to Cube, man. I'm there to purple and gold, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. I'm with you, Eddie, man.
Number one in their hearts and their minds. Number one in their hearts and their minds. But let me be real.
Purple and gold, man. Let's go.
I'd say the Timberwolves. That I've deemed them Team Black Air Force One because they got some characters over there, boy. They got some characters. You talking to me, Julius and Ant and McDaniels and Gobert. You seen Gobert?
Hey, and you got Nas Reed, bro. The black ass dude with the dreads.
Nas Reed.
Nas Reed. Like that's Team Black Air Force if I ever seen it. Them in the Rockets. So they're my number 1 pick. Yeah. And then I gotta put respect on the Nuggets, man. I gotta put respect on the Nuggets, especially if this kid they got that team light skin that they got another one. I don't know where the hell he came from.
Wait, who's got team light skin? Who's this?
The Nuggets.
Team light skin.
Are you talking about the kid from Gonzaga?
Yeah.
Oh, Strother. He's been there for a couple of years.
Okay. He was just hitting on the bench.
Yeah, no, they drafted us.
Julian Schroeder.
They got every light-skinned archetype on that team, man. It's crazy. But we're going to see what they do. We're going to see what they do as well because that goddamn polar bear at center, ain't nobody fucking with him except, Anthony Davis gets like 30, but it's not the same. It don't feel the same. But, yeah, that's what I say about the West, bro. Like, the West is so crazy. I feel bad for them teams. It used to be you can go to that whack ass Arco Arena. You know how you know about that shit? That whack ass Arco Arena.
Relax. We don't even have the Arco Arena anymore.
My life. Oh my god!
What am I gonna say? Arco Arena. This nigga's bringing back old beef.
Old beef, dog.
Arco Arena. Jeez, that's a while ago. For real.
Like when the health inspector comes, you don't even go inside. He already know that shit dirty from the outside. You don't even go inside.
That's why Eddie just Arco Arena and Arco Coliseum in the same bracket.
Honestly,
we smoke blunts in Oracle. It's different. It's different out here. It's different.
I hear you. It was first.
They bringing in cow shit on their boots. Them farmers, man. That's what happens. They don't clean their shoes off outside the stadium, so they bring that cow shit. And it gets all stuck up on the bottom. It's crazy out there in that Arco Arena. But So I think the West is definitely where it's at. But unfortunately, I think the best team, Peter's right. Like that goddamn Wakanda made Jaylen Brown out here, bro.
Wakanda made
dog on demon.
Hey, bro, he was on some crazy stuff during the summer, though.
Freedom fighter Jaylen Brown.
Freedom fighter.
For real.
Well, you was on some shit during the summer, bro.
Harriet Tubman looking ass over there. God damn,
crazy.
Oh, I'll tell you.
To be clear, I agree with Jaylen Brown that getting left off the Olympic team's kind of crazy, but at the same time, we weren't trying to see Jason Tatum hoop. Nigga, we weren't trying to see you either.
Oh, yes, sir.
Look at the rest of the team, bro. Like,
let's get one thing very clear. I had Steph, KD, and LeBron on the team for probably the only time that will ever happen. And I got to watch some fun hoops and some superhero shit. All right? We weren't really trying to see Jaylen Brown. If he was there, he probably would have got some run, but not too much anyways. It doesn't matter.
He's getting the here you go minutes. He's getting the here you go minutes.
What's it? He's getting the here nigga that minutes.
He's definitely getting the here you go minutes.
For niggas like Tyrese Halliburton, I would be mad too. I get it. And I'm saying this as a founding member of the Halliburton. But if I'm Jaylen Brown, I'm better than him. Fuck him.
I'll be honest though, bro. Like, even if you saw that, bro, you saw even the French people were not here for Jason Tatum, bro. Let's be honest, bro. So we definitely not here for Jaylen Brown. So
this man called out Nike for child labor, and then he's wondering why they didn't invite him to the pickup. What the fuck?
Yeah, like what are we doing,
talking about?
For real.
Talk about
last thing we wanted is to see Steph, LeBron, and KD get overshadowed by a terrible Jason Tatum speech and like the Olympic gold.
Man, bro,
Like, bro,
trying to make it about himself, bro.
like I've been dreaming about winning the Olympics my whole life, and he's just gonna mimic everybody else's like speeches. Like you could take maybe Kobe's speech or something, and he'll probably say that. Like, bro, text Kobe and be like, "I got you." Like,
I'm sorry.
We're not trying to see that.
We have to shoot rainbow threes over some angry Serbians and angry French people.
They were so mad. They were so mad.
I was trying to watch it so like
real, man. I'm trying to see Curry do night to the Serbians, man. Like
super African looking French nigga. That's what I needed.
What's his name again? The Celtic guy, the former Celtic guy. Yabusele. Nah, Yabusele. Fuck, what's his name, bro? Because he plays for the French team, yeah. And I remember that these man played them. I swear, don't like. These French niggas were playing hard.
6 months, but we've had an NBA show this whole time. We're just so inconsistent that you probably didn't know this.
I was gonna get to that. So yeah, big up to all masters, big up to the panel finally. So yes, the Courtside Commentary Podcast has been a podcast on the channel for the longest. It's just that during the regular season, these men don't really too tough about what's going on.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
I'm just being honest with you. Like, I like that leadership. Yeah, and then playoffs, because the playoff is just so the turnaround so quick, and there's a lot going on in the channel. But I promise you, like this season, you'll definitely get the podcast more. I'll make sure you make it.
I will personally commit to more streams this season than last season, which is not hard because last season I legit did like 4.
It's a start. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's a start, man.
It's 4 this season. That being said, if the game is shit, just bring your random questions because that happens too. You guys know how NBA regular season ball works.
Oh yeah. On the play, definitely. So the playback, you will get plenty of NBA watch-alongs. But as Peter said as well, bring your questions because the conversation. You think the YouTube channel is crazy? Oh, get over to an NBA watch-along at 3 a.m. I mean 3 a.m. UK time.
I was just gonna say, bro, like these people in the chat. I don't think you guys really know like what these streams are.
Sarcasm City TV after dark is the playback. You see right on here, I'll cut like conversation people. I'll be like, all right, we're going too far. None of that on the playback. Like it gets crazy over there, people. So yeah, but you're definitely gonna get the NBA show, and I make sure it's on the YouTube channel as well, people. So any big news, even during the regular season breaks, I'll do a show, for example, and bring the panelists, and then obviously play-ins, playoffs. You'll get preview shows, recaps, etc. You'll get all of that. I'm telling you get all of that. For true. You already know. But Omar, big up to you and a member of the channel for 6 months as well. And Sorafel, big up for the super chat.
Omar.
Appreciate it. And yeah, to MUFC Cooler, they said this year I'm starting watching NBA, started from watching the Olympics. This is the perfect place to learn because the panelists, these lot will tell you. Like these lot will answer your question, sorry, because I don't know about NBA like that.
Bro, yourself to watching the NBA, pick a team because just watching games every night with no amount of like emotional investment is boring as fuck.
It is.
Okay.
Bro, all I'm saying is avoid teams like Detroit, man. All I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you which teams to not pick. Okay.
Exactly. This is the best.
You're not gonna pick Utah. You're not gonna pick Charlotte. You're probably not gonna pick Chicago. You're not gonna pick Detroit and
Toronto.
You're probably not picking Toronto either. You're not picking the Wizards. Okay. So 7 teams, no. The other 23 you could probably talk yourself into. So just pick one.
Just take the easy way out and just pick a team with history and just.
And find players that you like watching as well. That's what I would say. That's how I did it.
Yeah,
like that helped me. There's certain players I like watching, so I'm like, yeah.
If you want guys on some tomfoolery shit, go to Charlotte, man.
No,
I was like, go to Charlotte. All I'm saying, bro, like gangbangers, abusers. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying, Charlotte. Like, this is the playbook. I'm calming down only because it's not the playbook, bro. I'm saying, but Charlotte.
I seen Miles Bridges drop the freestyle on World.
Let's like fucking the hell out of here, bro.
Miles Bridges out here rapping. Okay,
yeah, bro, he's OT rapping, bro. He's OT doing side missions, man.
The last thing what he was rapping about is the last thing he should be talking about.
Oh, he was rapping about that life. Is that what he was?
Listen,
was it some street stuff?
I'm listening to him like, brother, you lucky to be back in the league. Because you know he got caught up on some serious stuff. And he's out here talking about the homies did this, the homies did that, made a call one. I'm like, brother, where is David Stern when you need him?
Hey, not my NBA, man.
Make the NBA great again.
We got a second
turn into Uncle Ruckus of the NBA, dog. These dudes out here tripping like this.
Drama on a team that wins 25 games every year. Not my NBA.
And you talking about a drum. You talking about a drum.
Not what I do.
Whoa. Criminals, gun users.
Gone into the locker room. They were in the playoffs. Like they were a playoff team. Okay? If you're gonna do unhinged nonsense, you can't also be trash. Sorry.
Absolutely.
You gotta be entertaining and good, and then come with the buffoonery off the court.
Yes, at least be chaotic, but be chaotic good.
Okay, yeah, I hear you. Big up to yeah, go on, just say we can.
What's his name? Kevin Porter Jr., bro. Perfect example of a guy, bro. Like, you ain't hooping out there, bro. But I heard every time a story about the locker room or her shit off the field, I was like off the court. I'm like, bro, nah, I swear on. So yeah, like I said, man, Charlotte. If you're done for all that shit, Charlotte right there. Charlotte is right there for you, mate.
LaMelo Ball, Los Angeles Laker by 2028. I said it here.
Hey. Come on.
I'm big up to my guy Double A. Said the Bulls are my team. What did the panel think of their chances? Pierre, I seen you respond to this.
Thank you for the Rosen. Thank you for the Rosen.
The Bulls' chances are equivalent to United's chances. Dope to see Lonzo on the court again, though. So I think that answers your question, Double A. Any of you man think different? Are the Bulls gonna do anything? Make a playoff run?
Don't talk about Newcastle United like that, Peter. It's uncalled for.
Actually, let me think about it, right? Let me think about this. So we have Washington, Detroit, Charlotte.
Shout out Saeed.
And Saeed, the Knicks fan? Okay.
So Washington, Detroit,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
A New York woman when he goes over there.
Toronto or Chicago have to be in the play-in tournament. So the Bulls have done a pretty good job of making that 9-10 game the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
So we might see a valiant run for the 10 seed. Who knows?
Get used to
their peak is the 10 seed. Like their ceiling is
Kobe White. If they do anything this year, it's because Kobe White went crazy.
That guy's a hooper, bro. Kobe White's a hooper. Yeah.
So you got hey, talking about Kobe White, man. It's actually ridiculous that they had him on the bench for so long just to actually let you on. Kobe White, you actually got some potential out here. Come out here on the court, man. Give you a little bit more minutes.
What you'll understand is there's a lot of dumbass coaches out in the NBA. There's a lot of them. I
mean, there's.
But I do have to say though. Go ahead.
My bad. Just go on.
Nah, okay. All I have to say, bro. Shout out to Chicago Bulls for taking P Giddy right there, bro. We got Alex Caruso.
He ended up.
We tried, bro. Just straight trade between P Giddy and Alex Caruso. So obviously Alex Caruso, new member of the Oklahoma City Thunders, man. We take it, man. And they can have a guy who can do nothing but just pass the basketball.
You know what? I don't even. Yeah, it's crazy because with him, he has all the tools to be a really good player, but I will never give that dude any type of credit and he probably will never get any type of credit because he got a weird case. Why is he around?
Hey,
Why
let's
is
talk about
he
it.
around?
Talk about it.
Let's
Talk
talk
about it.
about it.
You got a
Bro,
weird case. Why is he
I
around?
don't know
Shut
how
up,
this
blah,
happened
blah, blah,
because
blah,
dudes have been
blah,
kicked
blah,
out the
blah,
league
blah,
for
blah.
less.
Yes, Lord.
Dudes have been kicked out of this league for less.
Mm-hmm.
And what he got going on, hey man, his ass should be back in Australia. Where I see they dealing with other weirdos out there in Australia the right way. You feel me? So, man, listen, I don't know how he still got a contract, how he got traded, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, I was gonna
Fair
say, like,
enough.
I'm looking at the rest of their squad. Like, respectfully, I ain't watching no Bulls games anymore because I just seen they have Torrey Craig on their team. They've got Dosunmu.
Levine is still out there, right?
Yeah, but Levine
like
again is
I
like.
don't like that. Don't do that.
This is just my personal opinion on Torrey Craig. But
That's
Levine situation too is like he's reportedly unhappy at the Bulls, and it's like surprisingly actually. The Kings somehow are linked with Zach LaVine and Brandon Ingram. I don't know how we're even gonna make that work financially, but yeah, like basically LaVine is something that he could potentially move. They have Lonzo Ball, who's just coming back from injury. They have Chris Duarte, who I will tell you is trash because he was on my team last year. Vucevic, Patrick Williams, Horton Tucker.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, like this is the squad. So it's like
brother.
I agree with Peter. 10th is probably their ceiling.
Yeah, 10th
honestly.
in the East. Of
Well,
course.
like I just counted out the teams. Either them or Toronto, like kind of have to make it because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Let's be they're tryhards. They're tryhards. So they're going to compete every night. Like they're not like the other teams where even when they try, they're just so dumb that like Charlotte's a dumb team. They're gonna do dumb things, right? The Bulls aren't dumb, but they're not talented.
Yeah.
So they're gonna compete. Like the Heat don't have talent, but they're gonna compete at the best level in the NBA. So that's how they get to where they are. But no, I think for me, bro, like the East is honestly, it's between Boston and Milwaukee for me.
They're the two are going to come out of the East.
That I think will, because I think with New York.
We'll get to that because Saeed is saying Knicks are going to be on smoke this year. So this is where I was going to go next. Anyway, Eddie, are the Knicks going to be on smoke this year? Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling, Pio?
This guy went to New York one time, took that meme video of him staring over the city, and now he's a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
100%. That was great with the power music. Oh, that was brilliant. Shout out to Saeed for that. That was
the Knicks are going to be good, but if they're like healthy at the end of the season,
is another question.
Yes, but I'm not going to take the team with the question marks over the team that at the very least has proven to stay pretty healthy over the last 4 or 5 years.
Because the only one you worry about on Boston is Porzingis.
I didn't even think about him until you mentioned it. But, I mean, they won the finals with him playing like 2 games.
Right. And
so I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only question mark if there is, because the fucked up part about Boston is 2 of their best players don't care about scoring, but can still score, if that makes sense. Like Derek White, Drew Holiday don't really care about scoring. They just want to, it's suffocation. It's straitjacket tactics. Like your 2 guards are out the game because of what they're doing defensively. And then that leaves Jaylen Brown to just, again, Black Air Force energy. Shout out freedom fighter Jaylen Brown. Wakanda made Jaylen Brown to just wreck shit. And then, Tatum can do his Kobe impersonation somewhere around the court. Like, it's a perfect balance. And so with New York, they have in good pieces, but they're new. Boston has been playing this way, been doing things a certain kind of way for a while now, and they've won it. So mentally, they just went to another level. Like, you can't tell them shit. Like, even when it gets like they down 15 in the third quarter of a playoff game, they have every belief that they know how to get back into that game and close you out. And they've done that before. I remember they walked down Philadelphia a couple times a couple seasons ago, so they didn't seem all types of basketball. The Knicks will have Tibbs, and that's why I can't take them seriously because I don't trust Tibbs as a coach. To Peter's point, like there's a reason these players are always injured. And whether Tibbs wants to admit or not, playing your guys 38 minutes on a night in Portland doesn't make sense. You just depleted them for what? For when you could have got? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's Boston's to lose. The only way Boston doesn't get out the East, in my opinion, is if that basketball backfires on them and they just start doing some bullshit, but I highly doubt it.
So not even everyone else healthy. So like the 76ers or the Bucks, for example.
I can't do that. Especially with the 76ers. That's the training table all-stars, bro. That's PG and Kawhi and PG and Embiid. Come on, man. They don't have the training table minutes will be up there. The invoice will be crazy. But
that's a training table all-stars, yo.
Bro, you banking your whole season on a healthy Joel Embiid and a healthy Paul George. Now, I don't know. Did Paul George finish last season healthy? I can't tell. I don't remember. But yeah, it's just Boston, bro. They're head and shoulders. That's why only somebody out west can get them because they got the talent and they got the connectivity to get it done.
Okay.
But these new teams in the East, I can't see it. But they'll be a top 3 seed, New York, because they play hard, so they'll be straight.
Well, first, so you reckon what? Conference semifinals, conference finals, potentially?
Conference semifinals, I'd say for sure.
You say conference semifinals?
Yeah,
right.
I think so. Yeah.
First, what do you think of the Knicks sheet? And obviously them getting KAT as well. We'll go there. We'll go to the
I don't
Knicks
know about KAT. I don't know if I don't know if KAT will work out the way that they want him to work out. But Knicks in general, like even from last year, like they've been an exciting team to watch. And adding KAT does obviously improve their team for sure.
Yeah.
Whether they're now Mikal Bridges obviously being there too is a good addition. Who else do they have? I'm just thinking of their squad. Overall, I think I think they're definitely one of the better teams in the East from all the ones that we named. I probably have them at third. Like I have obviously the Celtics. I'd actually have them above the Heat. I think they'll do better than the Heat. I think if they match up against the Heat, they could beat them in 6. So yeah, I think that should say it all. I mean, yeah, I have them up third. Good additions for them, even though me personally, I don't think KAT will work out the way it needs to, but we'll see. I think Jalen Brunson obviously is going to improve. He had a crazy year last year. Mikal Bridges is obviously improving every single year too, and he's a quality player. So we'll see. We'll see how their team turns out to be. But yeah.
Peter, what are you saying in regards to the Knicks and obviously the KAT trade as well? You think KAT's a good fit for the Knicks, or will be a flop there?
I think it's a good trade. Like, it's cool to kind of see them try and go all in and win. I kind of like the team they have, but I don't know, man. I just don't think they're gonna come out of the East. I don't personally think so. I think we'll see Boston come out again. But I like the team. I think they've definitely got enough to win 50, 55 games. We might see Boston 1 seed and Knicks 2. But no, I don't think I would pick them in a playoff series against Boston. That being said, if they are able to avoid playing Boston, I think that's their best chance of coming out.
So if Boston were to get knocked out by somebody else, then you could see them they could they could make it out East.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm saying, speaking of the trade to KAT, obviously, what's it called? Julius Randle and DiVincenzo went to the T-Wolves. Jess, thoughts on that?
I mean, obviously, big reason why that trade even happened was because KAT, pretty much on big money, they had to pay the other guys. So this is how it pretty much happened. I think they're decent assets to the team. I feel do I think Randle is necessarily better than KAT? No, but really be just fine. We have to see about it because if I'm not mistaken, somebody can maybe double check on me. I think Cat just shoots better than him from the 3-point line by a decent amount, but somebody again can double check that. So that maybe can hurt the T-Wolves in that kind of aspect. But I mean, look, it worked. It worked out for them. You getting somebody like Vincenzo, who I think is coming off the bench for them in the preseason. I haven't really watched them like that, and you pretty much keep all the key squad players which you needed to keep around. So, like at Nas Reed, for example. So, I mean, I have to watch and see them because I haven't watched them play, so I can't really say too much in that aspect. But I don't think they're necessarily going to be too much hurting of the trade. Like I have to watch and see how they're going to be looking without Cut. But it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse where maybe you decide to pay Cut, but then you trim in the squad because of that.
That's fair enough. Before we continue, run up the likes, people. Make sure whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back, run up the likes. Scales up to 40 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell. We are closing in on 13,000 subscribers. I think we're like 130, something like that, away, something like that. So yeah, continue to run up the likes. Continue to subscribe as well. Eddie, you called him the Black Air, the Black Air Force One's squad. So what's your thoughts on DiVincenzo and Randle heading to the T-Wolves?
Yeah, hey, don't think because DiVincenzo fits a certain profile, he ain't a part of that. So yeah, he on that type of time too. We saw him after the game.
Yeah, bro. You was talking shit. What is that?
Before we go to that, explain to me like what actually happened because I was confused. I'm not gonna lie. What happened on the bench? Who said to what was it about?
Talking shit. He was just talking shit.
Yeah.
You was talking shit to Tibbs, but then I think Brunson's dad got thought like, yo, you've been hella disrespectful, and then yeah, man, there was just heated moment. You know what it is like. DiVincenzo's just being hurt that he got traded and all that.
Jalen Brunson's dad. We got to rewind. Jalen Brunson's dad used to be an assistant coach in Dallas when Jalen Brunson was on the Mavs. He moved back from New York a year before Jalen Brunson moved over there. So it's not just Jalen Brunson's dad; it's assistant coach Jalen Brunson's dad. Yeah. So DiVincenzo was talking shit to Brunson. His dad stepped in. So that's what sounds like happened. It doesn't really sound like a huge deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happened.
Okay. It wasn't.
It was just heated. It was just heated, to be honest. Like one of them ones.
I think they'll be a top 2 seed in the West. I think
top 2. Okay.
The only thing that will hold them back, I think, is the amount of shooting they have on their team, though.
What, too much shooting?
Nah, they have literally. I look at what their projected starting 5 is. Yeah. Mike Conley, Ant, McDaniels, Randle, and Gobert.
Yeah.
Right? None of that seems high level shooting. Nobody on that starting 5 is a high level shooter. Other than Conley. And so how they'll be able to play in space will be a question for me, because the only way you get space is by people think you can make the 3. And if you don't have that at any point in your roster, like other than DiVincenzo, Conley, who are your rotational guys, and maybe I'm forgetting somebody else, but to me, those seems to be the only 2. Then everybody in the gym knows where you're trying to go, which is to the rim. So I can guard you a certain type of way and make things really difficult. But maybe Ant takes that step as a shooter. He'll need to. But I just think alone off of their coach is good and their athleticism, they'll be a top 2 team in the West for me.
Like you said, Black Air Force Ones.
Like yeah, bro. Like if they were me, if they weren't professionals, yo, that's full court press, AAU style, like athleticism all over this bitch, and you won't be able to breathe, bro. It's gonna get ugly for you. So, they're a really talented team, but I'm just worried about the roster construction at this point because Boston be shooting them threes, bro. Like they get them up. And so if you're telling me the Timberwolves versus Boston getting them up in a must-win game. It's not looking too good, bro. It's not looking too good, bro.
That's fair. Same to you, Peter, with the T-Wolves. How highly do you rate them? How do you see them doing?
I mean, I think they're going to win at least 50 games, so they're probably going to be in the top 4 somewhere.
Yeah.
I do think the one thing that would hinder them is not having Gobert to anchor their defense for any long period in the regular season. While I do hear the criticisms for Gobert's play style in the playoffs, with trading KAT for Julius Randle and Naz Reid being their backup big, who's more of like a spacer kind of guy, who's not really an anchor on defense. Like when you think Minnesota, you think defense. And if the anchor of that defense is gone for any significant period of time, I think that could work against them. All of that being said, I think they'll win more than 50 games. So I would say they'll be one of the top 4 seeds for sure. I think your other contenders in there are Dallas, Denver, and like Oklahoma City. Although, funnily enough, like, don't be surprised if like you get a random team up there at like 50 plus, like Phoenix. But who knows? Like, if Kevin Durant can stay on the court, I think it's possible. But if he misses a season like last year, then that's obviously not going to happen.
Yeah.
But no, I think Minnesota's good, man. I think they're a contender definitely to come out of the West. I think that series with Dallas was pretty damn close.
Mm-hmm.
Like, despite them losing in 6 games or whatever they lost in. Yeah, I think they could come out. But I have to see how swapping out KAT for Julius Randle in a starting lineup is going to work. I would guess DiVincenzo and Naz Reid are going to get a pretty big chunk of playing time with Ant and or Gobert on the floor, just to kind of space the floor. Like, it might be a thing where you see Julius Randle like run it, like initiating offense with the second unit, but we'll see. We'll see what Chris Finch and the Wolves want to do.
Yeah, because I'm looking at, I'm just.
Oh, I don't hate this trade though for the Wolves. I truly don't hate this. It keeps them out of the second apron because they're a team that like is owned by multiple parties. So they didn't want to contribute. They didn't want to commit to all of that KAT salary going forward.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of getting another knockdown shooting kind of guard who can play defense in DiVincenzo. And I like what Julius Randle brings to the team. I just have to wait and see what it looks like.
Would you have, if you had to choose between keeping KAT or trading Gobert, what would you have done?
If I choose one of them?
Yeah.
Gobert, 100%.
Gobert? Okay.
Yeah, because I think...
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Much better offensively.
Yeah.
But I think just in terms of getting you through the regular season and anchoring your defense in the playoffs as long as Gobert's not being dragged out to the perimeter, I think that's just a much better option for what they're like trying to do, right? Because at the end of the day, there's still a Jokic in the Western Conference that they're going to have to deal with.
Right.
And if the Sixers ever got to the finals, you would assume Embiid is healthy and playing pretty dominantly. You'd have to deal with him as well. Yeah. I just don't think the presence of KAT solves those two issues really at all. I like KAT's game, but what they're trying to do and where they're trying to go, I get why they chose Gobert over KAT. Granted, I don't think the Knicks would have been trying to trade for Gobert with what they have going on anyways.
No, I guess like a hypothetical, because that was what it came down to, honestly. Like you talked about that ownership shit they got going on. Those teams aren't trying to spend like Ballmer. Like the Dippers got people fucked up thinking that NBA owners are trying to spend money like that. There's a reason Klay Thompson is in Dallas right now, bro. It's not because they didn't love Klay, so they didn't want to commit that much to a team. That's probably
a lot of play for being mid.
Yeah. Like they print money out here in San Francisco and shit, but that much for what not that. So, And I think if they had kept KAT, there was no way they were going to be able to keep like a Nas Reed. I think that's what somebody was saying too.
I did see that as well. How true that is, I don't know, but I did see that.
Yeah,
was
like
a thing.
I think, like I said, they had like contracts. They had like contract situation where guys had to get paid. From what I remember, obviously, so far as the Minnesota fan anyway in the chat, so he would know better. But I know certain players had to be paid. You knew if you wanted to keep KAT, how much money you would have committed as well. Like KAT was getting paid. So
Nas Reed's on a team option after this season, so they're gonna need to sort out an extension.
Exactly, like this is something similar, and I think somebody else needed a contract as well.
How long is Julius's contract?
He's on a player option after this year as well. So him and Nas Reed.
Yeah, so that's a rental. They got him for a rental.
Yeah.
Then Nas Reed will be the primary. Hey, I'm not mad.
But yeah, so Vincenzo's under contract until the end of the 26-27 season, so he's 2 years after this year. Nas Reed and Randle are on player options after this year.
Is it Nas isn't on the team?
I think they're both player options because they're highlighted in blue on this website Hoops Hype. And I know for a fact Julius Randle has a player option for next season.
Yeah, he gonna want some money, especially if he show out. He gonna want some money.
It's interesting though, right? Because Gobert's in the last year of his contract as well. He is a player option too.
Oh damn!
Damn, that actually makes sense. Yeah, they have a busy offseason next year.
The only ones they have tied down long term are Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, and Dante DiVincenzo. Funnily enough.
Okay. Hey, that's not a bad little mix. That's not
a
bad.
They're going to have a lot of salary, and they're going to have some tradable contracts should it come down to it. But I think if we're just looking at the Timberwolves as they are right now, it's a really good team. They could look vastly different, say like 18 months from now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I get why they got off the KAT contract. I completely get it.
Yeah, so it was the right move, and they got two good pieces for that as well.
Apron, like they would have been stuck up there. It would have been really tough to re-sign their guys. They probably wouldn't have been able to afford Nas Reed. And, like, that's just not a good position to be in, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're going to get rid of KAT, you kind of have to keep him around. You can't lose both of your, like, big floor spacers.
Got you.
Yeah. That's why the DiVincenzo pickup was so huge, because at a certain point in the game, you just give Ant the ball, let him cook, but you have DiVincenzo out there you got to respect.
Yeah, because he can shoot. DiVincenzo had a good season last season.
He's won a chip. He's won a chip with the Bucks. He was on the championship team when they won the
Bucks.
Yeah.
Timberwolves did well for themselves in this trade. I think they won the trade because financial flexibility going forward, and you're still able to compete at a pretty high level with who you brought in your door. So you didn't really lose out. Like KAT, of course, was a staple, but for me, the writing was always on the wall with KAT. I just didn't know where he was going to go.
Yeah.
Because, like, KAT had his time. It's Ant's time. And KAT's young enough. KAT's young enough to be like, if I'm going to be anywhere, I'm not finna be second fiddle in Minnesota. He didn't go from Minnesota to OKC. That motherfucker went to New York, no problems. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
And he can show. I get Brunson is who he is, but Brunson got to realize that whole dribbling out the clock until like 10 seconds. Not with Mikal Bridges, not with KAT. They got to get their touches. They got to see the ball. So, yeah, I fuck with the Timberwolves heavy this season. They're gonna be again because Rudy in the regular season is a demon.
Yeah.
It's just when they're forced to play him on the offensive end, that's where the problem comes. So
that's right. And you mentioned it briefly. Obviously, this was just before in regards to Klay Thompson going to the Dallas Mavericks. You obviously made it out of the West, losing in the final to the Celtics. Sheik, we'll go to you. How do you think Klay does in Dallas? And how do you think the Mavericks line up as well? Like I said, losing in the finals to Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, to expect something crazy from Klay, obviously at this moment is, I think, asking for a lot because one, dude had 2 years off from a very terrible injury, of course. His time, even when he came back, a lot of doubts about him and stuff too. I feel like mentally also he's not all the way there, and a move was needed for him for sure. How they're going to utilize him, because obviously the two main guys of that team are Kyrie and Luka Doncic. We're probably going to have more of the ball, of course, too. I wouldn't necessarily say that he's finished, because I feel like a player, like, again, it all goes down to what you're expecting Klay Thompson to do. If you're expecting Klay Thompson to be part of those Splash Brothers type of conversations, no, he's not that type of player anymore. But can he come off the bench and get you valuable points or be like an open look or and that type of stuff? Sure, I think he could. Obviously, he has a lot to improve on his game. I'll tell you that, because when we knocked him out in the play-ins last year, he had 0 points the whole game. And he had a couple of looks, a couple of attempts, but it was bad. Yeah, and I think it's good that he's moved on from the situation from the Warriors too, because obviously that dynasty's it's come to an end. But I don't think like, for me, it's like I'm not expecting a lot from Klay Thompson. That's why I feel like in terms of what I'm expecting from him, I think he can deliver that. But I think it's a good addition to the team for sure. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Do you think he can be more than a good player off the bench? Could he be a third or fourth option over there alongside Luka?
I mean,
and Kyrie?
I don't. Thinking of their lineup just at the top of my head, I could like pull it up real quick, but I don't think he starts in that team.
Okay.
Nah, he's not coming off the bench, man.
Let me see.
He's their 4th highest earning player. It's gonna be Luka.
Nah, he's starting, bro. That's the fucked up part.
Probably one of Gafford or Lively.
Do you think?
So they have? One second. Let me see the lineup. No, you guys go on. I'm gonna pull the lineup real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you man think he should be starting, like off skill? He should be starting, yeah. Okay. Yes. How well do you think he does over there, and how well do you think the Mavs do?
I mean, I think Klay will do fine. Like, I think he'll get a decent chunk of open corner threes, and he'll make them. Yeah. My worry with Dallas is, like, in terms of the perimeter defensively, are they going to have the guys out there to stop some of the guys that they're going to be playing, right? Because I understand they got to the finals, right? We all watched that OKC series. Outside of Shea, no one could throw a rock into the ocean if they were standing on the sand. Like, I don't know, man. I don't love the idea of swapping essentially Klay for Derrick Jones Jr. Obviously, you get more offensively, but with Derrick Jones Jr. and PJ Washington, you had 2 pretty solid perimeter defenders out there at any given time. And now they're in a position where one of Luka, Kyrie, or Klay Thompson is going to be guarding the second best perimeter player on the floor at any given time. Yeah. Because their only other player outside of their big is going to be PJ Washington or Najee Marshall. I guess you could pull Klay off the floor and put Najee and PJ out there together to play defense. But then you're kind of in a similar situation you were in last year with the lack of perimeter shooting. But it's kind of like you're either leaning in on offense and giving up a little defensively, or you're leaning in on defense and giving up some shot making, which is kind of what you need if you're going to have Luka and Kyrie out there. So I think they have a good mix of players. Yeah, it's a bit of a pick your poison, though. I think they'll be in contention for a top 4 seed. Obviously, all of this is like health depending. So I'm never going to say this team's definitely going to finish 1 and this team will definitely finish 2, because, like, say Luka and Kyrie miss 20 games, but they're 20 different games, right? So you only see one of them on the floor.
Got you.
I think that's really damaging. But say they're out for like the same 15-game stretch and they're healthy for the same 67. Obviously, it just depends. But I like the players they have. They look like they have a solid 8 or 9-man rotation when it comes time for the playoffs. I like Najee Marshall. I think him on a deal like that makes sense. Obviously, I like Derek Lively. It's going to be cool to see him develop. Quentin Grimes is like a backup guard off the bench. I mean, I guess I don't hate it, but good little scoring punch. But yeah, your wings are PJ Washington, Klay Thompson, and Najee Marshall. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah, I looked at their roster, and yeah, he definitely starts. They definitely need depth, because I thought maybe they would have enough depth.
They need another wing player is what it looks like. If they could find a way to turn Max Kleba and Dwight Powell into like a wing player, like a depth wing player, I think that would be good for them.
Yeah. They
Go on, Eddie.
look, shout out to Klay Thompson, but if I'm trying to win a championship, there's no way Klay Thompson is starting for me at the 3.
Right.
Because that's essentially what he's playing. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, his legs are gone. Like, it's the same thing with – it's not the same. He can still make an open jump. Like, when Russell
Legs are
Westbrook
gone
lost,
defensively,
like,
is what we mean.
Yeah.
yeah, like he lost like a tiny like inch on his jump shot. Like he doesn't get the lift anymore that he used to get on his jump shot. His legs aren't as underneath him as they once used to be because, like she pointed out, 2 years, we're not talking about an ankle sprain. We're talking about Buddy tore his Achilles and his ACL.
Yeah.
And I it wasn't on the same leg, or was it on different?
No,
I
don't
don't actually. Yeah, I think it was different.
I hope that'd be crazy. I'm gonna say, but yeah,
It's
so
on the same leg. Yeah.
he can shoot. He can make the corner 3 like Peter was talking about, and then like Peter talked about also the guarding part. Like if there's one position you have to be a supreme athlete in the NBA, it's the 3 position. Because on a night-to-night basis, you're gonna see an athletic freak, right? You're just gonna see somebody who just does not make sense. Like, how are you put together in such a way?
Mm.
And if you can't stay in front of that dude, you're gonna put your center in a lot of dangerous positions, yo.
Mm.
To be posterized, to get into foul trouble, to kick to shooters, like the possibilities are endless. So I like Najee Marshall, but I think you can get away with it because you have Kyrie and Luke out there, your offense, and then you have Lively, who's a lob threat. So your offense is going to be crazy off of those 3 alone.
So they're going to be very good going
I
forward.
think they're just one wing short, though.
Yeah,
That's what I think too. I feel like if you had 1-3 where you can potentially swap him and Klay, depending on obviously scoreline situation in the game, but more for defensive duties too, and then a more athletic 3, I think that would then it's a whole different conversation because then you utilize Klay Thompson to get you points offensively, and then you shape up in a certain way where you set up your team defensively, and I feel like that would have helped him out definitely more because we saw like Luka's defensive fragilities in the finals last year, and we've seen Kyrie's to a certain extent as well. So like on the court, they need to be much better defensively too as a unit. And I feel like if they had more depth and like another 3 in this situation, 100%, we'd have a completely different conversation about Klay. But
he's a 6 man. He's a 6/7 man off the bench at his best now.
It all depends on like Mavericks fans. What are you expecting from a Klay Thompson at this age and this point of his career? That's just that itself should just answer your question.
Because surely they won. They're trying to win the chip. They just lost in the final. So surely I could be wrong here that the fans want to get there. Now, if the team's good enough, it's a whole different conversation. How much of that responsibility falls on Klay's shoulders? If he's playing, surely you get obviously not the majority.
Salaries to trade for somebody.
They'll probably make another move. They'll have to make another move.
So Peter, who would you think is a good move for them? Like who they could go get?
This year and 11 mil next year. Dwight Powell's on the book for 4 mil, and he has a player option for 4 mil next year. So that's 15 million of salaries that they have available to trade for another wing player at some point. I would expect to see that, but I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, it depends on what's in the market, where they feel like they are in their season, like how close they are to truly like getting back to the finals, and if it's worth attaching a draft pick or 2 to potentially the $50 million of salary to bring somebody over. But as it looks to me, they only really have 3 wing players, and one of them is Klay, so you're definitely going to need a 4th.
Who is there? Someone that they could get that stands out to you, and you think he'd be a good fit?
I got a name for you, Peter.
Go on.
I got a name for you, and because you know this player pretty well. What about like Cam Johnson?
I think Cam Johnson actually makes It could work if they could make the money work. I think that would be perfect.
Right.
I just don't know how much the Nets would charge them in terms of draft capital. But I think
Oh,
Cam
yeah,
has
yeah.
a
They about to-
4-year,
they-
$72 million extension.
They a bunch of hoes out there in Brooklyn, so I don't know if they're gonna be willing to play ball.
That's true. I don't know.
I mean, after this year, after this,
hopefully win a ring.
Oh.
That guy's
after this year.
so who knows? Yeah, so Cam Johnson's on the book for $22 million this year. So they would have to do like Kleba. It'd have to be fucking Dwight Powell. And then, I mean, they have other minimum guys they could trade.
I see.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it. I think that'd be a good move.
Yeah.
Eddie, I mean, not Eddie. Jez, what are you saying if you're there in regards to Klay and the Mavs?
Nah, I'll be honest, like, bro, I'm kind of like more of Eddie. Like, I'm not the biggest Klay fan these days out here, to be honest. But then, I don't know, like, what's the thing last season with the Warriors that, yo, fuck this, man, I'm out of here. I want to just get out of here because I ain't gonna get paid here. Why should I try my hardest? But then at the same time, I just don't look at Klay as the same player that he used to be, which just makes sense. And obviously, by the way, I looked it up. It was one of the injury was on his right foot leg, and the other one was on his leg foot. Other was on the other leg, so it was on two different legs, not on the same one. Yeah, but to be honest, for me, it's like as long as Klay can hit his shots, I don't think it's necessarily it's not necessarily a bad addition, but I do agree that do they maybe need just a bit more if you go up against like a Boston again in the final if they were to run it back to a final, because like I feel like they definitely would need more, but I don't know how I feel about the I don't know how I feel about the Mavs, to be honest. Like I said, we played them in the playoffs last season. Like Peter mentioned earlier, I think Shea was doing his thing, but everybody else disappeared. But then you saw Minnesota gave them a much harder game, but came through at the end. So I feel like with Klay as an addition, I think it would be like the similar case. Maybe this time around, maybe Minnesota can pull through. Maybe OKC can pull through, depending how both teams look by the end of the season and when it comes down to it. But do I think Klay is like a huge difference maker? Not necessarily at this moment in time, since I just don't believe it at the moment. But as the season progresses, maybe we can see. Maybe he's going to be better with him. Maybe it could be worse with him, and maybe he's going to be a lot more disappointing than maybe people think, or he's going to be a lot better than people think he is. But it's just a kind of like way to see from my point of view.
That's fair enough. Again, you lot continue to run up the likes, man, as we continue to talk about different teams, talk about different players, etc. Any questions you lot have, feel free to get in. Obviously, it's not just West Coast, it's not just Western Conference, it's not just Eastern Conference. Jumping to and from people. Next, we'll go to who we go to next? I'm trying to have a look here. We'll talk about, Eddie, we'll go to your beloved LA Lakers, man. We'll go there. The beloved LA Lakers.
Right.
Actually, before we do that, before we do that, big up Eli in the building. So before we will go to the Lakers in a second.
Big up, bro.
Eli's in the court. Hope you're blessed.
Yo, what's good, people? What's good?
Yeah,
Big up.
How are you looking at the season from a Mavs perspective, man, and what you expecting?
Yeah,
from
man,
Klay?
fuck this Lakers talk. We've been talking about potentially adding a wing.
Yeah, we're going to the Mavs.
Yeah, so
Eli's a Mavs fan.
No disrespect to Lakers fans, but like we're talking about teams who actually we think could win.
Yo, the Lakers got a shot. You know what I'm saying? Purple and gold and all that.
It's like you saying United have a shot. It's like you saying United have a shot.
Hey.
It's
less teams, so they have a bad shot.
It's the same thing.
There's less teams, so they got a bad shot.
It's the same thing.
I see you passing out that Kool-Aid again, Flawless.
I'm just here to support my brother.
Eddie, trust me, we're cool. We're cool with United.
That Kool-Aid is getting presented for the Lakers fans themselves.
I'm just here to support my brother Eddie, man. That's all it is. I'm here to support. That's it.
How do you feel about the Mavericks?
You're not one of them.
And what do you think about our hypothetical trade package for Cam Johnson that we just made up off of hoopshype.com or some shit?
Yeah. So I was listening. I'm for it, bro, because let's be real. Dwight Powell has done shit for the Mavericks. Like, he's just literally there taking up space.
You also
like,
have
I don't know what. Go ahead.
You have 2 better bigs as well, so like he would never play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this guy gets no minutes. First of all, second of all, like he doesn't really. He's not an offensive threat. He's just a body there defensively, or if we need some rotation. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not really a player that you're looking for to provide offense. He's not going to provide, that top tier defense. He's just there. He's just there. Like he's your token journeyman that has somehow found a club. Like he's our Rob Holding, essentially. Like he literally he's just there and does shit. And he's shit. I don't rate this guy at all. I'm all for, whatever trade package that we need for Cam Johnson, do it. Make sure he's included because he's not needed. Thank you for providing a service for us in terms of, providing rotation. But outside of that, you can kindly fuck off, sir. Thank you very much.
And Klay Thompson as well, before we move on from the Mavs. What are you expecting from him, Eli?
So, I'm not really expecting too much from Klay for all the reasons that, Peter and, all the other panelists were talking about. We don't know what he's going to do, essentially. Like, we know he's going to be able to score. He's not going to be as heavily relied upon, in terms of offense, because he's going to be that third option. He's not going to be the first. He's not going to be the second. We all know that's Kyrie and Luka. And with him playing with 2 point guards on the court, essentially, that's going to provide him with a lot of open shots, and it's going to be a lot of moving bodies. Jason Kidd's he's going to have that team, providing him with hella open shots. So it all depends on Klay. If he can knock the shots down, then by all means. But it's just like they were saying. I think Eddie was saying that he don't have that same lift when he's going up for that shot. Like, yeah, it's still pretty. Yeah, sometimes it still goes in, but it doesn't have that same lift. And when you don't have that lift, then it's hard to get the ball over the rim, the way that you used to. And you're always like when when you have a big injury like an Achilles or an ACL, even if it's not on the same leg, you're gonna favor, you're not going to be as explosive. You're not going to be, it's always going to be in the back of your mind. Oh, shoot, if I jump this high, what if I pop my Achilles again? Or if I do this one movement with my knee, oh shit, my ACL's gone. So it's just dependent upon, can he tap into that mental fortitude to be like, okay, fuck this. I'm over it. I'm healed. My body's healed. I'm gonna go ahead and it's a new team, new start. Let's do the best for this team. I'm gonna still be, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna probably guard, one of those, first, second, and third best players. Yeah. And I'm not gonna be heavily relied upon on the offense, so I should have more energy. So that's how he should be looking at it. And if he goes into the season with that mindset, I feel like he should be, if not the same Klay, then he'll probably be the second best form of Klay that we can hope to look forward to seeing, because we all know he's not going to be the same player, but we can only hope that he can become shadow form stuff.
Yeah, you broke up a little bit there. Yo, Eli, you're breaking up from. He was on the move, people. That's why he's breaking up. Hopefully, it will clear up. Yo, Eli, you there?
Yeah, my bad. I'm driving. I'm on my way home.
Oh, good. I've also. Go on.
But yeah, man. Yeah. So it just all depends on his mindset. It's just channel your inner Mamba mentality, and you'll be okay. If you don't, then you're probably gonna flop, and then
breaking up again, fam.
You're breaking up, Eli.
Breaking up again. Hey, big up to Ram as well. You know what I'm saying, shout out to Ram in the chat. Single time, but Eli will click back in, don't worry, but he's on the move, but we got his thoughts on it. But yeah, as we were saying, purple and gold, man. Eddie, we'll go to you, man. Thoughts on what the Lakers can do this season, man. What's the aim? You know what I'm saying? And
I don't know what they can do.
This is not open question for you.
This is the hope, right? I don't know what they can do, but I do know this, that Dalton Connect can give the Phoenix Suns 35 points in a preseason game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't even know the game was on TV yesterday until I saw the highlights on Twitter with the TNT broadcast. So yeah, apparently got gamed by a white dude
Bro,
preseason basketball game.
he cooked y'all.
Embarrassing.
He cooked y'all.
Doesn't hurt nearly as bad as the NBA granting the Lakers a timeout when there was a loose ball in the fucking play-in tournament last year. That shit was ridiculous.
Listen,
You know what, man?
Peter just didn't forget.
sometimes
He remembers.
the brown paper bag don't hit the same. You know, we put
Well,
X on that brown paper bag, dog. You know.
All right, bro.
Hey, man, I was just hoping y'all wouldn't bring up preseason because the Kings lost all their preseason games. Like,
Bro, I don't
know.
won 5.
Nothing
Like,
like
Bro, you comment on the Butters score.
I don't know if we have any more preseason games. I don't know how any of this.
Today, I think today is the last
I think
part
we played our
of last bits of.
Yeah.
I think today are the last ones of preseason, and then we wait till the season obviously starts.
Nah, they
Yeah,
got
man. Good for Eddie. They
got a preseason. They got a preseason game today. Hey, the homie told his chick that she's going to a Lakers Warriors game. She don't know it's preseason though. She don't know it's preseason.
Nah, Eddie is so funny because I've done that before. I've literally done that.
That's a smart thing to do. 100%.
Well, just tell him to start on load management and that.
Yeah.
I did the same exact thing. Like I think it was Kings versus Lakers one time, and literally the tickets were like $20. But hey, she didn't gotta know. She didn't know how much it was. Like, and I got her like we got seats like right before right behind the rim.
Let me just rant real quick about NBA scheduling, right?
He said,
so, the Suns play in LA 4 times a year, right? Tell me why 2 of the fucking games are next week when it's like opening week. So like I don't got bread to get down there and pay $300 for a nosebleed to maybe watch us lose on a Wednesday night when the game fucking starts at 7 and I live an hour and a half away and I got to be up at 5:15 for work anyways, right? So there's 2 games next week. And there's 1 game a week after when I'm going to be in Hawaii anyways. And then the Suns don't come back to LA till March.
That's tough.
So you know what? I hate this. Adam Silver, whoever made the schedule, I hate you. And I don't understand why you guys had to fucking schedule shit like this. Ridiculous.
No reason.
So now, if I want to watch the Suns,
They're constantly plotting your downfall, bro. That's what it is.
It's unbelievable. Fucking opening night, Lakers. First NBA Friday, Clippers. As if I'm gonna make it down to LA for a 7:00 game. Get fucked. No chance. And then
opening week 2. That's demon time.
There will be a watch along for on the playback though, people. We will be watching
the Suns, and it's going to be a Sunday game in March. So I'm not going to go. Fuck that.
Nah, that's tough. That's tough. I think the scheduling has been off. It's always been on some bullshit, but it just seems like everything revolves now around the TV networks. Like every game has to be slotted into how it fits a TV network schedule. That's all they really care about now. So there's no way an NBA game should start at 5 p.m. in California. There have been finals games that start at 5 p.m. because they're out here. And nobody is off of work at 5 p.m. You're making decisions to go watch these teams. That. And so, especially with LA traffic with the Rams, the Dodgers in the midst of a World Series, SC and all that I couldn't imagine LA on a weekend going to LA on a weekend.
What? I didn't even think about that. If the Dodgers make the World Series, there's going to be a Dodger game on Friday night. I'm not going to that Clipper game. I wasn't going before, but I'm definitely not going now.
It's crazy. And I'm in the Bay, and I can tell you, that's how notorious that shit is. So, now when it comes to LA, bro, I'm gonna be real. We fucking all y'all up this year. I'm playing.
Talk about it, man. Purple and gold.
I was gonna say, Eddie.
Talk about Eddie. What's the Lakers? What's the aim for you? What's the aim for you, man? What's the seed aim?
So the aim for the Lakers is to we're gonna be the first team to have an in-game podcast. So get to 1 million subscribers first and foremost. We also have a Disney Plus original series coming out, The Makings of a King, the Bronny James story. We have that in the works as well. You know, so we got so much on the horizon. We're doing it all. We got it's fun. I just love talking shit because I don't like, again, Sheik is a Kings fan, so that's beef off top.
Yeah, that's just it is what it is.
Off top. Thunder, little brother, so it's just strictly it's little beef. It's like a slider. They ain't a whole thing. It's a slider. You feel
It's
me?
like a White Castle slider.
It's a white. I wouldn't disrespect White Castle like that, but it's a slider. You know?
Hey, I haven't been to White Castle, so I can't even say much.
But it's
White
real
Castle
with them two up top. It's real deal beef. So I'll never be on any type of platform saying that they'll finish above us. That's what I won't do today. So
I do have a question though.
I
do have a question. So when it comes to Bronny and Bron as well, bro.
Let's Google that shit.
Like, nah, I just had to ask. Like, when it comes to them two, how do
I didn't know what it was. That's a good
bro, you don't know what a slider is.
You know, because sliders over here, that what's it called? That's like flip flops. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I was just gonna say.
In the UK, in the UK, there's sliders. Yeah. That's over here. People call flip flops. People always say,
I call them all the time sliders. So it's like
sliders.
Over
that's
here,
crazy.
Yeah,
that's literally the
like
first time I've ever heard of him called that.
It's like the chicken burger sandwich dilemma. Literally, I've heard this.
Yeah, it looks kind of nice.
The chicken sandwich.
No, bro.
I said the white
Junior Hardee's. Carl's Junior Hardee's, but we call it Carl's Junior. You know.
Yeah.
Same shit. I got Carl's Jr. all over. There's Hardee's like once you cross a certain line somewhere, it's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
I have to go. There, look with that team. You have Anthony. Like, let's get it right, people. Let's have it right. Shout out to a certain somebody who we know. The best player on the Lakers is Anthony Davis, right?
Yeah, shout out to Domantas Sabonis as well.
Okay, we weren't talking about y'all, so this might be out. Okay? You know what? Don't kill me.
Hold on. Wait one second. We're not just gonna bypass that. Did you just big up Domantas Sabonis? Did you just big him up?
Just cause he said he was talking about Anthony Davis, I had to big up Domantas Sabonis.
No, Sheik.
Bro, look at that. All I'm saying, look at the record. Look at the record.
We're not just gonna sit here like you have been slandering Sabonis for like this whole year.
Oh no, oh yeah, fuck Sabonis. But like when it comes to the Lakers, just beat them any way possible, man. I'm cool for it. I'm down. I'm down, man. I'm down. Hey, listen, Eddie,
I'm here losing games to Ivan Drago, dog. It don't make no goddamn sense. Man.
No, the funniest thing is that I think Domantas Sabonis is trash.
Out of our first 5 games, why are we supposed to score them against the Clippers and the Lakers? What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, that's great for content. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
content is up.
Man.
That's the thing though, Eddie. It's like I like Anthony Davis as a player. It's just the fact that this scrub Domantas Sabonis, who I think is trash, is able to have like an 8-0 record on him. It's crazy, bro. I'm like,
talking about owning another grown man.
Sabonis is 8-0 against Darvin Ham. That's what it's.
A Sheik Sabonis rant is like a it's like a Jazz Tottenham rant.
Y'all haven't seen my Harrison Barnes rants though, and obviously, luckily, I'm not gonna have them anymore.
Hey, don't disrespect NBA fans. I don't like that,
dog. Bro,
I don't like that.
When I tell you, my brother blacked out and he got so mad. Like I think it was Game 7, 2016. Harrison Barnes scored 0 points.
Oh.
Hey,
but didn't you do it twice?
In my life,
Raymond's like 35 and cried the parking lot.
Like 35 minutes, he didn't score a point. My brother had this vein go through the middle of his forehead. I was like, you got like, causing cardiovascular issues. I was like, brother, breathe.
Listen.
It's stuck. Now whenever he gets excited, that shit be popping right there. I'm like, yo, Harrison
100%.
Harrison Barnes be doing that shit,
bro.
Oh, I swear you did it twice. I swear you did it last season.
Eli will remember this. We had to play Dallas Mavericks at the Kings Arena two games in a row. We had to win both of them. The first one we got absolutely destroyed. Like I think we lost by like 30 or 40 points damn near. The second one was pretty close. We got all the way up to the end. It was the final basically possession for us to try to tie the game. This dude, Harrison Barnes, turns the ball over and they go on and score. And yeah, at that point,
Harrison Barnes is
it was like you guys don't remember this. I was literally saying, yo, start learning Chinese. Like I was literally saying start learning Chinese like every episode. Every stream, I was like, yo, start learning Chinese. I'm like, yo, yeah. He's at the Spurs now, Joel. He's on the Spurs right now. But
hey, listen, Sheik, I done told you time and time again, man. If nobody understand your Harrison Barnes pain, I do, fam. I do.
Yeah, but y'all trade him like mid game. That's different. Y'all got rid of that real quick. Y'all traded like he was in the warm up lines on the bench. And then he found out
after the game that he got traded. He found out after the game he got traded.
Bro, it's like his dumbass on the fucking bench, bro. Like, what's going on here? Like, I think people in the crowd were telling him, yo, Harrison, you got traded.
Yeah.
Hey, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, bro. Imagine Anthony getting told, that. Like, you get sent to Sao Paulo, bro.
Oh my.
Just imagine you're in Dallas and you just bought like a brand new car or some shit, and then you just find out you got traded. Like what? Like that would hella piss me off. And then you find out you got traded.
Make you wanna wrap that car around the pole, fam.
For real. One thing is getting traded to like in LA or in Miami. It's like that I'm like gassed because like those places are nice to like live at too, right? But it's like he went to Sacramento. Sacramento people. Like,
hey man, the Lakers ain't got a chance this season, man.
Yes, cuz what are you saying, man?
What's happening, bro?
Hey man, I'm here. Yo, I love how he just appears out of nowhere when you least expect it.
Yeah, this is real 9 versus 10 game.
I stand on all of this. All of it.
I love how Eddie grabbed the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
I love how.
Bro, this is 8 versus 9 right here.
The mid off, Jazz is a mid off, bro.
Listen. I ain't got an issue with doing nothing this season. As long as the Lakers don't do anything, I'm cool, man. We're in the same position.
That's where
we're mud brothers. You know what I mean?
Spider-Man. Just rooting for our
I respect it.
No idea of any type of championship because that shit is out. That shit is out.
So, cuz you saying it's a write-off for the Clippers this season, yeah?
I mean, there's no championship aspirations, but I'll be honest with you. I do like our squad. I think a lot of people are doing a disservice to the team. We got young guys. We got Jeff Van Gundy.
Your squad to do what?
Nothing. We ain't doing shit this season, bro. I told you.
That's all I want to hear from you. That's all I want to hear from you.
We ain't doing nothing. But listen, go ahead. We got some YNs in the team, man. We got some young, hungry YNs, man. You know what I mean? We got Kai Jones. We got all of these guys coming in, man. I like the team. We're gonna play some fun basketball. But I'll be honest with you, this season it's a hate watch. Yeah,
a hate watch. I got LAPD on speed.
It's the Lakers organization and Luka Doncic. Look, I'm on his ass this season as well. Luka Doncic, that fraud, man, that chubby Slovene. I'm on him.
Jeez. All right, first. All right.
I was gonna say.
Hey, I'm gonna need you to slow down on Luka. Hey, the only thing you can say about Luka is he don't play defense. That's about it. Everything else is elite.
This West Coast beef is crazy.
That's why West Coast, man. West Coast, the coast.
The last time, that's actually, sorry for interrupting you, Sheik. That's Daddy Luka to Kozilla. You didn't say the full. It's like a pimp named Slickback. You gotta say the whole Daddy Luka. Making sure it's Daddy Luka.
Did you watch the same series?
Didn't they come back 3? Weren't they 3-1 down? And did they come back against him?
Yeah.
Was that the Mavericks?
BTA.
I don't think we watch the same. I don't think. Eddie, man, I don't think we watch the same series, my bro. I don't know.
Look,
man.
anyway.
To me, that series looks like Luka going 6 with an unhealthy Clippers team. It looked like Kyrie. It looked like Kyrie was holding it down for them.
Cool. We're gonna go to it. Go on, Peter. I was gonna ask you about your team.
I think since there's 7 of us here, we represent 6 different teams. We should probably come to some sort of like consensus about what we think the top 6 of each conference is going to be.
First.
It ain't the Mavericks.
Hey, But here's the thing, like it got to be somebody.
Gotta be somebody.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, wow.
Dude.
We
You
do,
reckon you lot can come to a
It's
consensus?
gonna
I don't
be an
see that
interesting
happening.
season.
We
Man.
could just do predictions.
I can
Predictions for
tell
top
you
six.
we'll all agree the
Because
Dippers won't
Eddie's
be
gonna
there. Ain't that right, Coach Hill? The Dippers won't be
Even though
there at
that's
all,
like
right?
literally not
They won't
happening.
be top
They will.
six.
They will.
They won't,
Oh
right?
my god.
Yeah,
Eddie's
they
gonna
will
say,
be
like,
there.
this is
They will be
harassment.
there.
And then Cause is gonna get mad. And then Eddie's gonna be like, your team sucks. The Spider-Man meme.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
we'll do it from an individual aspect. We'll do it
right now.
we'll do it individual.
No.
I swear to God.
None of that individual bullshit. All right.
I swear to
Put your
God.
name on it together.
There's
Seven
no
names.
way you better gonna agree.
Yes.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Not a chance.
Well,
No, we got this. We got
Go.
this. We got
Let's
this.
start one. We'll start one. One
Okay.
right
Hey,
All right,
hey.
who's number? All right, who's
All right,
number one?
bro.
Who you
Denver's
not saying
gonna
the top
be
seed
six.
is?
I don't know. Like, we're not even
Denver.
going to bother arguing. We're not going to put rankings on it either because we would never agree on rankings.
Oh, so we're just saying a
Top
6
16?
overall.
Yeah, we're saying
Okay,
top
that's
six
easy to.
overall.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a lot easier. That's a lot
Yeah.
easier.
And then
Who has
and
time
Peter,
for
is
that?
this top
Who
is this
cares?
top 6 across both conferences, or is
Top
it
six
top
of the
6
East
like
We're gonna
each
start with
conference?
the
East and
Each
West.
one.
Actually,
Alright, say no more.
no. We're going to start with the East. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
This will be way quicker.
Yeah,
because
you'll get that.
Yeah, it'll be way
Quicker road.
Yeah.
We already know. We already know.
Right? I'm not going to entertain Detroit. I'm not going to entertain Charlotte. I'm not going to entertain Washington. I'm not going to entertain
Brooklyn,
Yeah, they're so bad. I forget that they're
Chicago.
Man,
Yeah.
there's some of the worst teams in the league.
Right? One of Chicago or Toronto has to be in the playing tournament just by sheer math.
Chicago will be there.
Yeah, actually, I'll
Yeah, I
say
think
if it's the
Chicago.
two of them,
I'll
I'd
say
say
Chicago.
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 Yeah,
Okay,
Chicago.
Chicago.
I got no faith in
Fine.
Toronto.
Yeah,
Our
same.
other 3 playing tournament teams. I don't believe in Miami,
Okay.
so I'm put them in there. Bunch of
Yeah.
try-hard niggas.
Try
Yep.
hard.
The Hawks are just. I feel like they live in the.
They're just gonna be always gonna be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
They'll be there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they'll
now
be
we
there.
need one other team.
Pacers?
Nah.
Or you think they're up there?
No, I
You
think the Pacers will actually be. They'll solidify a spot. I think.
No, I
that-
think the Pacers will actually
Orlando.
just score so many
Orlando.
points they'll stay out of this.
Oh, shit, Orlando.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think Orlando will
that.
be on the 6-7.
Yeah, that's what I was
I'm
thinking.
down
I
to put
think the
Orlando
Pacers will
in
be
this.
like maybe 5th or
I'm
6th.
down
That's
to
what I'm
put
thinking.
Orlando in this. Franz Wagner really offended me in that
Oh,
playoff
yeah.
series last year.
I was gonna say we should.
Yeah.
But hey, Twitter, by regular season though, he was cooking though.
I don't care though. I'm down
You know
to
what
put
it really
Orlando in
is.
this. Okay, so does anybody have any objections to Orlando being in the play-in with Atlanta, Miami, and Chicago?
So this is the play.
I'm
These
not
are the
mad at
playing
that.
teams. Yeah? I'm right.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that either.
I
Yeah,
object.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
object.
mad at that.
I object.
You
Go on,
object. Cos, what do you suggest?
I think Miami needs to be higher. I think they're one of the highest seeds for me personally.
I can't. I can't. With you. Why do you think this?
I mean, I rate the defenders that they got. They got a good
No,
system.
but have they gotten better?
I think they'll be a lot healthier. I think that's the thing. I think they'll be a lot more healthy. But to be honest, I won't go like crazy over it. Like I'm cool with what we have in it. I just object personally. It's not a big deal.
So who the teams in the play-in?
Pause. We hear your objection. That's actually not that irrational. I just nah.
All right,
Yeah,
go.
it's definitely not. Go ahead.
Playing
My
teams.
bad.
You sorry, Eli. Who's the playing teams? I'm right.
Miami,
Atlanta, Miami,
Orlando.
Chicago,
Orlando.
and
Yeah.
Orlando.
Chicago.
So we got Magic.
Atlanta, right? Atlanta,
Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Bulls. Right, just making
So our
sure.
top 6 is going to be
Wait, I'm
Indy,
missing one. Magic, Bulls, Hawks, and who's the other? Who's the fourth?
Magic, Bulls, Hawks, and
And Heat, I think it was. Yeah, it was
Heat.
Heat.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just make sure I got it right. All right, cool. Because we're gonna revisit this people once the
yes.
season comes to a close. But I've got it. Yeah.
So our top 6 is going to be Indy, Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
Philly, New York,
Mhm.
and Boston.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
That's
solid.
perfect. Yeah,
That's
that's
dirty.
solid.
That's
Milwaukee,
dirty.
New York,
And the fucked up part of
Philly,
any one of these teams can go off.
Miami.
Yeah. So
Say it again.
New York, Philly, Boston, Indy, Cleveland, and did I miss a team? Boston, New York.
Did you say the Bucks? Oh no, you did say. You did say.
Like Knicks, Celtics. You said 76ers, Pacers, Indy,
Cavs,
Cavs. Yeah.
and no, I said Celtics already. But whatever, 16 there. Okay, Eastern Conference. That part was pretty easy.
All right, wait, let me get into it. So we got Bucks, sorry, the East. So we got Bucks,
whoever.
we got the Bucks, the Celtics, the Knicks, the 76ers. Who else? Who are the other two?
What's up?
Who are the other two? We got the Bucks, the Celtics, the Knicks, the 76ers. Who's the other two?
Pacers.
Oh,
Cavs and the Cavs and the Pacers.
The
Cavs and
Cavs.
Pacers.
Oh,
Okay,
you know
cool.
what though?
Go on,
What's
Eddie.
up?
I might have. Nah, you know what? It's going to be the same shit happened last year, where it's like 2 games separates like the 6th, 5th, and 4th, like that middle part with. Because I think honestly, Orlando and the Cavs are the same team.
I mean, yeah. I
hear that.
But I don't know, man. I would just say the Cavs have finished higher than them over the course of a season because they can score the ball better.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, for sure. And then, yeah, the Pacers are good where they are too. So,
Yeah, Pacers are, yeah.
That's our Eastern Conference. Now we're going to go in the Western Conference. We're going to remove Utah and Portland from any discussion, from any serious discussion. Okay? I will hear anybody else. Who are the other team?
Someone has an echo.
One sec.
So Utah and Portland shouts cannot happen. Sorry.
Right. So you saying the play-ins for the West?
Wait, you said what 2 teams you took out already, Peter?
Utah and Portland.
Utah and Portland.
I'd add Spurs to that. I don't think they make
Okay, I don't even hate it. We got to eliminate teams somewhere, and we're going on consensus. The Spurs would be my hot take. They're going to make it, but if we're going to come to a consensus, we're all going to have to sacrifice a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just shouting it out like Spurs. Like, I'm just shouting it out for
Listen, boys, I'll be honest with you. I want to give you a fact, yeah, and you can take with a grain of salt, no problem, yeah. James Harden's never missed the playoffs in his career.
Oh, I have the Clippers in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, 100%.
Clippers.
I'm gonna tell you already.
I've heard a lot of guys talking about hot takes. We're going to be a lottery team, and OKC going to get Cooper Flag. I'm meant to tell you that's not going to happen. No way.
We pray.
But that talk is all fantasy, though.
We can only pray.
At the beginning of the stream, talking about how the Clippers have no.
We can only pray.
So they're gonna try hard. You still have like Zubac. You still have Terrence Mann. Say what you want about James Harden, but he's gonna play. Like that team's not just gonna win like 35 games. They're gonna win at least 40 something.
Yeah.
So are we saying play-ins? You're saying Clippers definitely for the play-ins. Everyone in agreement?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
cool. Play-ins, Clippers.
Yeah, the Dippers are in the plane.
Hey,
Right,
why
we
with the Lakers, man? With the Lakers, right
Warrior
there, man.
J, big up, man. Big up, Warrior J. Shouts to Sunshine in the chat as well. So Clippers in the play-ins, who else?
Hey, I'm gonna put myself in the play-in. Kings. We're making the play-in.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Kings
I
in the play-ins?
think we're making the play-in. Yeah.
Can we wait one second.
But consensus, general consensus. But yeah.
You might say.
What are you guys thinking about Houston?
You might see it. There we go. I'll zoom in a bit.
Oh, cool. All
So
right.
this is what happened last year, right?
Yeah, last season,
Yeah,
yes.
last year. Yeah.
Okay, I have suggestions for things to happen.
Go on.
We're taking out New Orleans, and we're throwing in Memphis.
I agree.
Yes.
We're saying-
Memphis is
so we're
definitely going to be there.
So we're saying the Kings and the Grizzlies also for the play-ins.
Yes.
Go on, Eddie.
Oh,
'Cause we
wait,
can
Peter,
always
you're
change
trying to
this
put
around.
the Grizzlies in the plane?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm not with you. I think they're going to be higher up.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
What do we
so
say?
here's what I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Go on.
I think
Let's
the
just
Kings,
work on the play-in first. Let's just get the
Yeah.
play-in
Yeah.
situated first.
I think the
Play-in.
Kings and the Clippers are in the play-ins. So we're basically down to
2 more spots.
the 3, or maybe 2 of the 4, depending on how low you are on Dallas and their ability to get a trade done to improve their team. Of Dallas, Phoenix, the Lakers, and the Grizzlies are going to be in this play-in tournament as well.
If I'm being objective, and it sucks to do this, it really does. You literally could put minus the Suns. You can practically put the whole Pacific Division in that play-in, and I think that's okay. So you see how
my
it's,
other hot take: the Warriors are going to be trash.
Oh,
I
I
think
agree.
that's a hot take.
Well, I've been seeing people
I
say
think that's a
that.
hot take.
Did the Warriors make the
No,
play-in?
yeah, right there, 10th. They did it last. They did it last season. Last season they did it.
So
No. I'm saying this season.
This season.
Yeah, who we need generals. We need some form of general consensus. This is not in order, by the way, people. We're here trying to figure out which 4 teams are in the play-ins. So we're saying this out: the Clippers, the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Lakers.
Are we down to put the Pelicans in over the Warriors?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm done with that. I was going to actually say that.
Yeah,
I'm putting the Pelicans over them.
Full disclosure, I'm hating right now, but I did just remember the Pelicans traded for DeJounte Murray. I don't know what that means in 2024, but the Warriors lost Klay, replaced him with like Buddy Hield, Slow Mo, and some other dudes.
Oh, Buddy Hield. Oh my.
But I'm gonna go. I'm kind of cool actually keeping the Pelicans in the play-in. I think the Kings are going to be there. I think the Clippers are going to be there. That means we have one more play-in spot to fill. I feel like the Lakers are play-in experts.
I agree.
Did we say anything about Houston yet?
I
was actually gonna shout Houston.
I did say earlier. I did say
Hey, yeah.
That's a good conversation to have because with Houston, they got a lot of youth.
Yeah,
got a lot of youth.
I think, and then they got a fantastic coach as well.
I think they have too much youth, though.
Let me not make any jokes on the coach. I'm gonna try to refrain.
Wait, hold on. Who's Houston's coach again? Who's the coach again?
Nasty man, a coach.
Hey, look, he who strokes. He who strokes.
Hold on.
Hey, yo.
Hold on. Who's the coach again?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
Huh?
Jazz, remember
Hey. He stroked.
No, remember. Oh, Lord.
Before I did it.
Right, yo, let's get to it. Yo, so we've got these are the options: the Clippers, the Kings. Yeah, man. Always, man.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm saying he knows how to deal with characters. That's all I'm saying.
Boy, y'all talking nasty on the phone, huh? You talking nasty on the company?
Yeah.
Think about it, right? Think about it. The Celtics were on the doorsteps of an NBA championship, and he literally just fucked his way out of that organization.
Literally and figuratively, people.
He had to get some. He had to get some.
Nobody want to talk about it. But the Celtics would have won the championship that year had Ime not got sacked.
Yeah, had he not fucked around.
The only
literally.
reason anybody knows Joe Mazzulla's name is because Ime couldn't keep it together. That's it.
Right.
Oh yeah. He had to get some.
So for the play-ins, you man, we got the Clippers. These are the options: Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Warriors, Lakers, Pelicans. So we need 4 from 6.
I'm down to put the Suns on the play-in ballot because.
All right, 7 then. If we're saying
I'm
Suns.
down because if KD's not healthy, that's where we're going, nigga.
All right, we're gonna have to do everyone get everyone's. Sheik, we'll go through you. What's your 4 for the play-ins?
Yeah, that like the full 4. Okay. Kings, Clippers, the Pelicans, and I throw the Lakers in there. The Lakers.
Pia, what are you saying?
Kings, Clippers, Lakers, and Pelicans.
Eddie, what are you saying?
Kings, Suns.
Mm-hmm. I love Eddie.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
Who else I got in there? Oh yeah, we'll go Warriors. Dipper's not making it. Dipper's not making it.
He said Dipper's not making it. Lakers top 6.
Oh, I love that.
Cool.
Man, Eddie. Love that.
I should, you know what? I should have Marty, but we'll figure this out. Cause I don't think. Cause you there? I don't know if
yeah, I got.
Yeah. Go on. Use your 4.
I got
Joel,
the Clippers.
that comment's outrageous. That's
I got the Lakers. I got the Kings.
Yeah.
And I got
Lakers, Kings. Yeah.
Lakers, Kings, Clippers, and you know what? I want to say the Mavericks.
Okay, cool. You got the Mavs there. First. Jazz, what are you saying?
All right, name the teams again, sorry, Flores.
Yo, it's fine. I'm about to do this.
I'm tired.
Give me a sec. I got write this down anyway, man. Right, I gotta get this 7 anyway.
Okay, cool. Okay, I got it.
We got the Clippers. Wait, Jessica, I gotta do it again anyway. We got the Clippers. We got the Kings.
I did not pay attention the whole time.
We got the Clippers.
I was paying attention.
We got the Clippers, the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Pelicans. Right, give me a second. Right, the Lakers.
Just got lost in the work wife conversation.
Yeah.
Bro,
This guy, you nasty nigga,
Work
man.
what?
But yeah,
What?
I'm saying.
Work wife, bro. Work wife.
Check the chart.
Right, so Clippers, Kings,
that's
Grizzlies,
not
Warriors.
Eddie, you seen that Eddie, you seen that Drewski skit, right?
By the way. There's a lot of niggas out there who have work wives.
Right.
That's not a work.
Okay, cool. Flows. I think I got it.
Wait, because we'll have to run it back anyway. So it's
All right, cool, cool.
So these are the six: Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Warriors, Lakers, Pelicans. Am I missing any?
The Suns.
The Suns, right? That's 7. There you go, Jess. So you got to pick 4 from the Suns, the Pelicans, the Lakers, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Kings, the Clippers.
Okay, could you scroll down real quick just so I can see it?
Yeah,
okay, cool. Well, no, hey, bro, so. Okay, I got the clip. I got the Clippers, Pelicans, Lakers, and fuck, man, I'm putting the Suns in there. There we go.
Right, you got the Suns.
Lakers are not my top 5. Lakers are not my top 5.
Sheik, give us yours. Sheik, give us yours again. Give us your 4 again, please.
Lakers not my top 5.
Kings, Clippers, Lakers, Pelicans. Yeah.
Kings, Clippers, Lakers, Pelicans. Peter, give us your 4 again, please.
The same 4 that Sheik said.
So what is that? The Kings, the Clippers, Lakers, Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Yeah.
All right. So Kings, Clippers, Lakers, Pelicans. All right. Cool. Yeah, Eddie, your 4 again, please.
Kings, Suns, Warriors,
Pelicans.
Right. Cos, what's your 4?
For the plane, yeah.
Yeah, playing. Out of Clippers, Kings, Grizzlies, Warriors, Lakers, Pelicans, Suns. Of course, if you got another team you are putting there, yeah, but preferably 4 out of 7.
Okay, cool. I'll just say the Kings, the Clippers, the Lakers, and I said the Mavs, but I'll put the Pelicans.
With the Pelicans in there. All right, cool. Yeah, I already got jerseys in there. Eli.
All right, cool.
Did I get yours?
No, Eli is the last one.
Oh, Eli's the last one. All right, go on, Eli.
All right, shit. I'm gonna say the Kings, the Lakers, the Pelicans, and I'm gonna say surprisingly, I think with Ja, the Grizz might sneak their way in there.
All right, cool. Because we got some ties. So you said the Kings, the Lakers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You said Pelicans, right?
Yeah, I said Pelicans. Yeah.
Pelicans. All right, cool.
So the Kings, the Pelicans, and the Lakers are definitely in this.
Yes, they are. The Kings got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes. Lakers also got 5 votes. Pelicans got 6. So Pelicans, Lakers, Kings are in there. Clippers are on 4. So that's it.
Flawless, what's your vote?
That's the 4. I don't know. In regards to these, I ain't been following these teams like that.
So yeah,
I will take. Hey, Flawless is like, I'm just taking note.
Yeah, literally, that's the guy.
Just here, I don't get fined. Yeah,
literally, he is hungry as shit as well. But let's get to it. All right, so Clippers. The chat don't say I don't love you, lot, man. I'm absolutely starving. So Clippers, Kings, Lakers, Pelicans. That's the 4. That's the 4 we got for the play-ins. Clippers, Kings, Lakers, Pelicans. That's general consensus. Now, playoffs. 6 for the playoffs.
No order, right?
Denver's for sure in there. Like some
of the
Denver ones.
Yeah.
Denver, Minnesota.
On Minnesota, Oklahoma City, or Denver.
Yeah,
they're all 3 for sure.
Those 3 for sure.
All right, so the only teams out of that top 6 that we're taking out are Phoenix, and we're taking out the Clippers. So we just need 2 more teams essentially.
Because you've got OKC.
I think Dallas is going to make it.
Yeah, I think Dallas is going to make it.
No, does anybody not think they're going to make it?
No, I had Dallas in my top.
Actually, basically, because we already have our play-in team, so we have 4 teams that we can all agree on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our remaining options are the Warriors, the Suns, the Rockets, and the Grizzlies, essentially, right? As a collective.
Yeah,
I'm putting Grizzlies in there.
Okay, so out of the Warriors, Suns, Rockets, or Grizzlies, bearing in mind we can't pick the 4 play-in teams we've come to a consensus about,
Damn.
Mhm.
who do we think is going to be teams 5 and 6 out of the top 6, or the 2 remaining teams?
I got 5. I got Houston 5th.
Hey,
Oh,
yo.
that would be crazy.
Yeah, that's
but
crazy.
we don't have as our players, to be fair. So.
Hey man, hey listen, the basketball that I was seeing on that run they went on at the end of the season, bro, that was some fire basketball. I haven't seen basketball like that in a while, so I got high hopes for them this season. So
Hey, they hooping on rookie deals. That's all that is. Don't let them get you. Don't let them get you like that.
My play-in is the order that it was because I put Suns in the 6. Like,
all right. So who the teams in contention for these final 2 spots? We got the Suns.
I can't pick the Lakers. I can't pick the Lakers.
No, the Lakers are in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, they know, bro.
We agreed on it already. You just
voted. Y'all agreed. Okay, y'all agreed.
Eddie, I'm with you.
And also in the playoffs.
Yo, Eddie, I'm with you. They agreed, man. I'm with you.
Hey, Flawless, nobody asked you. First of all, Flawless, nobody asked you. Yeah, nobody asked you.
Yeah, it's like 2 and 7.
Grizzlies, Warriors,
right,
Warriors, Rockets.
Okay, so so we need 2. So we need 2 from those 4.
Top 6. I think it's going to end up being Phoenix, and I also think it's going to be Memphis.
So you've got the Suns and the Grizzlies, yeah?
I actually agree. I'd say the same.
All right. So you're saying Suns and Grizzlies as well. Eddie, from Suns, Grizzlies, Warriors, Rockets. 2 out of those 4. For the top 6.
It would be Suns and Grizzlies.
Suns and Grizzlies.
It would be those 2. Because I think again, I think Ja is going to be on some serious terrorizing of this league because they was talking crazy about him. And then, I mean, the biggest injustice in basketball is the fact that my favorite player, Kevin Durant, plays for that team. And so anytime
you got to deal with that.
Anytime he plays, I'm going to put them in the top 6. That's just how good I think him. But to Peter's credit, his health is another question mark. But I think, again, when you got D-Book, you got Bradley hopefully fully healthy, they can win enough games to be in that top 6 out of the teams you've mentioned. I'd let those 2 teams be there.
Suns, Grizzlies. Cause what are you saying? I don't know if it's there.
What are the options?
Yeah, Suns, Grizzlies, Warriors, Rockets. 2 from those 4 for the remaining 2 spots in the top 6.
I'll say Suns and we'll say Grizzlies.
All right, cool. Well, they've made it, but we'll still ask you anyway, Jez. Jez, what are you saying?
Suns, Grizzlies as well, yeah. Just one more.
Eli, same?
Nah, I actually got Houston in the Warriors.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, because I got the Grizzlies. Because remember, I got the Grizzlies in the play-in. So that's my own personal one.
Yeah, first we'll go with the general consensus. But I still wrote down and you said those 2. All right, first. So general consensus is 1 second. Let me just finish this. So in the West, the play-ins is the Clippers, the Kings, the Lakers, and the Pelicans. And then in the playoffs, OKC, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Mavericks, Suns, and Grizzlies. For the East, play-ins, Magic, Bulls, Hawks, and Heat. And then the playoffs, well, the 6 is the Bucks, the Celtics, the Knicks, the 76ers, the Cavs, and the Pacers. That's general consensus, people. First.
I think it's pretty fair, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. That's very accurate, and this could change.
Oh yeah,
proud of you.
Injuries.
Man.
Hey, see, told you, Flawless, we could come to a consensus, man.
I'm very surprised.
Bro, if you would have done it in the order, though.
You gotta have
faith in
us, man.
You gotta faith, bro. Like,
No. Eli, I have faith in you. It's just song called Chic, in it. I have faith in you. It's Chic. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
This is like my first podcast, but it's Cheek's fault. All right, cool.
Yeah, it's Cheek's fault, 100%. Man, it's Chic. You just the guy you saying was out there, just be hiding in plain sight in the corner. That's Chic. So that's why I had my doubts. But
don't coach Chic to buy Harris, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Tobias Harris, man. 100%.
If you guys really want to do a fantasy league, we can. But
I can't. No, ain't nobody will actually stay consistent in that shit.
No, I don't. I
Bro, I
can't
can barely
even
keep up with the
understand
Premier
fantasy
League
basketball.
one.
So I'm gonna tell you
you
right
can't
now, I'm
try
out.
and motivate me to watch fucking Washington Wizards versus Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah,
Come
God bless
on,
you, bro.
man.
I can't do it.
Nah.
Bro,
I can't do
I
it.
ain't
If
watching
you guys
Cade
want to
Cunningham,
make a
bro.
league with your homies
Come
and
on,
you
bro.
want to invite some of us, you can. But to try and host a league and keep on top of it, you'd be lucky if you get like streams 4 times a week out of us. I'm gonna be honest. That's a whole nother level of dedication that you're asking for.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say I can barely keep up with the Premier League fantasy league. man.
Exactly,
Like,
including the shit that we already do on here.
yeah.
But you get the basketball content though, regardless.
You lot definitely 100%. You'll get the watch alongs on the playback. Don't worry about that. And then you'll get more courtside commentary podcasts on here, people. 100. I make sure definitely throughout the season when big things happen and there's stuff worth talking about, you'll get the podcast.
Hey, if we just want to do these like every couple of Fridays, I would be down. I don't work Fridays.
I'm down.
I was just about to suggest that too. I was just about to suggest that.
There you
go.
There you go.
So I work Monday through Thursday. So if you guys want to make like every other Friday the Courtside Commentary podcast, because let's be honest, guys, you don't need to have a weekly NBA pod because like
every other Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah, this is fun too.
So if it's going to be every other week, I'm down. It has to be Fridays. Well, it doesn't have to be, but that'd be the easiest.
Yeah, Fridays. We're just from Fridays 11 p.m. UK time.
I was gonna say one thing that we did miss out that we could do predictions for is the NBA FA Cup. I don't know if you guys know about the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament.
Oh, the in-season
playing tournament.
Hey, listen, Peter. The only reason
Eddie, tell me who's the reigning champions.
The Emirates Cup. It's the
I was
Emirates
saying,
Cup.
Peter, the only reason I mentioned it is because someone on the panel won it. So it's like, we gotta.
That's a Kawabuki right there.
Back to back. How do you feel?
Back to back.
Hey, Eddie, tell me who's the reigning champion. Hey, Eddie, who won it? Eddie, who won the first one? Eddie, let him know. Let Eddie know.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Yes.
Hey, bro, you know.
The only first in-season champions of the world.
We the ones.
There'll be another.
That's crazy.
The first NBA.
We the
ones. Hey, first they're gonna make Bronny hold the second one. Like everybody.
I don't even know the groups for this, so it's pretty much just throw out whatever team you want. Fuck it, Grizzlies.
Fuck it, Kings. I'm saying I'm backing.
I'll say Houston, bro.
I'm backing my team. I'm backing the Mavericks. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll say Houston. Houston's gonna try hella hard.
At least one of my teams got to win some. Fuck it.
Quick question.
I hope they all lose,
to the panel. Quick question to the panel. Who you guys think early prediction though? Early prediction. Who you guys think is going to be MVP this season?
The same three. It's going to be out of the same three.
Okay, if you had to just throw one name, like you don't even have to necessarily have a logic out there, but just thinking who is going to be MVP.
Joel Embiid.
Hey, Luka claiming his MVP this year. Fuck it.
I say Jokic.
Let's go. I'm backing my player. I'm backing my team. Let's go.
I'll be honest. I'll be shameless, bro.
We're gonna do MVP.
Luka for MVP. Let's go.
I'm pushing it out there.
We'll start with you, just go on. Who you got for MVP? Just
I'm pushing Shea. I'm pushing Shea for MVP. SGA right there.
That's not a bad shot. That's not a bad shot.
I did
too, low key.
What you saying, Eli? You got?
Hey, my Don Luka, bro. Every single day of the week, man. I'm backing my boy Luka.
Cause what you saying, MVP? Oh, nice. Kozilla, you there? You?
I just unmuted.
You got the MVP, Kozilla?
Joel Embiid.
Embiid, yeah.
Oh.
Eddie, what you saying?
Possible if he really doesn't play the back-to-backs.
Yeah,
he's not even gonna play back-to-backs. Yeah.
He's not playing back-to-backs. Let me change that then.
Yeah, of course.
I'll go SGA.
SGA, okay.
I'll go Ant Edwards. Be different.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. You know what, Kevin Durant? Fuck you guys. Let's do this.
There you go.
Let's go.
Hey, he said Kevin Durant about to turn back the years. He said, "Fuck you, Father Tom."
If in contention, I'll be happy. So Kevin Durant.
Cool. Sheik, what you saying?
Jokic.
Bonus.
I thought you were gonna say Harrison Barnes. I ain't gonna lie, but we knew.
That's crazy.
Not a bad shot.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
Yeah, what do y'all think?
You know what's crazy?
Fucking crazy.
You know
what do
what's
y'all think I
crazy?
am? Like,
Most of these candidates were candidates last year. if that tells y'all anything y'all need to know about this league.
Just clarify. So
I said
everyone's
Harrison Barnes and stuff.
So everyone's MVP. Jez, yours is SGA. Eli, you got Luca. Colzilla got SGA. Eddie said Ant-Man. Peter said KD. Sheik said Jokic. All right,
That's
cool.
it.
You might want to do underachievers and overachievers as teams as well.
Oh,
saying?
underachievers.
If you might, we'll do it. While you might have a think about that. Hey, people, are you not entertained? Run up the likes on the video. Hit the like. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik's channel as well. The link's in the title, people. And if you didn't know, we just decided on this podcast like 5 minutes ago. You will be getting this show fortnightly, people. Every Friday, well, not every Friday, fortnightly, Fridays, 11 p.m. UK time, people. Which is 6 p.m. Eastern, which is what time Pacific?
3 o'clock.
Oh no,
3 o'clock.
There we go.
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
3 p.m. Pacific.
Love us, unlike all your other forsaken places.
Okay, I think God loves us all because we're all in His image. But here we are. But yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UK time.
Hey, depends, to be honest, because like out here there's no sun out here, man. So I don't think he lost it all the same, man.
Guys, your team somewhat less than for March, nigga.
That's what I'm trying to say, though.
Get comfy.
Bro, like I'll be honest.
Yo, and this is why you're Kirk Wallace.
Why not, Crook? I'm here being attacked. You know what I'm saying? I said he loves us all. I could have just said me. I could have just said me. You know what I'm saying? But I included all these people in the chat. Hey, I love Manchester.
Yeah.
I love Manchester. It's great. You know what I'm saying? Without Manchester, I probably don't start this channel. If I'm not from Manchester, I probably don't start this channel and have the success of it. Probably not.
All right.
Exactly. I'll trade that for some sun. I'm cool with that. I don't like the sun like that. Anyway, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm built like the women in black. Why is he supposed to be a t-shirt?
I need to tell you, you're a vampire, bro. We've already established this.
I'm built like a Kit Kat. I ain't meant to be in t-shirts and shorts.
All summer, bro, all summer I have a hoodie on. How?
Not even the king size,
bro. Not even the king size, a regular one, just regular.
Come on, bro. Well, we didn't even have bro. All summer, hoodie. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He just happened to be 7'1" with great skill. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Whereas I'm like,
you know, KD all you want. You've been on your channel.
That's not a slander. KD, my favorite player. That's not a slander. I'm just saying. Like, what is he? 6'11". How tall is he? 7'1".
Yeah, man, respect it.
Yeah,
future MVP right here.
Yeah, I'm a big KD fan. I'm just saying that's what it is. If I was 7'1", that's what I would look like, but without the skill. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
No, from followers.
Nah, none of that.
You don't want to see that. Yeah.
Right. Let's get to this.
7 months just to put the fries in the back, bro. That's crazy.
Put the fries in the back.
Put the fries in the bag, nigga.
Man, built like
over the thing. Let's just be hunched over. You know what I'm saying? In the beef.
I can't, bro. Hey, bro. I look at tall guys funny, man. If they don't try to, especially super tall guys as well.
Hey, yes.
That was funny.
I was at the grocery store the other day. Dude was 6'8", stocking fruit.
Oh, man, what?
Did you say to him, why you not in the NBA? Did you say to him, why you not in the NBA? Is that what you said to him?
Like, bro, even try EuroLeague or something, bro. I'm not even asking for the NBA. I'm not even asking the NBA, bro.
Yo, do you play basketball growing up? He was like, nah. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's
hey, whenever you see somebody that size that don't play basketball, you just look at them sideways, bro. You just like,
like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
the one's like, oh, like, do you play basketball with that height?
Might as well even asking for the NBA, bro. Like G League, EuroLeague, like shit. There's bad leagues out there.
Corner three, and you be getting paid to shoot them bitches.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you probably ask him, oh, like, you ever played basketball? He's like, no, they use my height because so I can reach to the top counters. Like, that's what my height's useful for. Like, that's literally it. That's what he would probably say. But
nice, man. But we'll go to you, Sheik. Team the team you think will overachieve. And we'll go
overachieve.
Yeah, overachieve.
It's like both conferences or just like in general.
Do you want to do both conferences or just one?
Yes. Yeah, why not?
Both conferences? All right, we'll do both conferences. Yeah,
I'll start off from the East.
Okay.
I'll say overachieve. I'll say the Heat. Where do we have the Heat? We had them in the play. Yeah, I'll say the Heat.
Play.
Yeah, I say the
So
Heat.
you had the Heat. All right, cool. And what about in the West?
The Grizzlies.
Grizzlies. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Grizzlies. P.O. what you saying?
Overachievers.
Overachiever. Yeah, in both conferences.
Probably Memphis in the West.
Okay.
And in the East, I'm going to go with Milwaukee because no one's going to expect shit out of them this season, and they're going to actually be pretty good. And that's just vibes. I've done no research. I have no reason to think they're going to be good, but I just think that might happen.
Fair enough. That was actually my other pick. Yeah.
Like everybody talks about how like Dame basically can't play basketball anymore. I don't think that's true.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, yeah, he may not have as much in his bag as certain players, but he's still a baller. He's still a baller.
Yeah, Dame's cold.
I think Milwaukee will be a little bit lucky in terms of like health this year, and they'll be on the court more, and they'll just look like a much better team because of it. That being said, I don't think they're going to win the chip or anything.
No.
Because Doc Rivers is also their coach. So underrated team right there. But they're going to be my overachievers.
First. Eddie, what you saying? Overachievers.
Yeah. I saw this panel so dope because they pretty much took off my top answers. I would say in the West, because nobody believes in them, I'd say the Grizzlies will be overachievers.
Yeah, cool.
Underachievers, though? If I had to pick one?
Overachiever.
Okay.
Overachiever in the East. Yeah. We'll get to them.
Overachievers in the East?
Yeah.
If I had to say one team that I think could shock people, probably go the Magic.
Okay.
That's a shout.
I just think like they could fuck around and end up in the semifinals. I don't think a whole bunch of people had them doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a solid team.
Three, because I think people would put the Pacers. I think the three. No, so there's Boston, Philly, and Milwaukee are the shoo-ins for the semifinals. That's the top four, in my opinion. So that's the top three, in my opinion. So that fourth spot, I think the Magic could fuck around and get that fourth spot. So I'll put them there too.
Jez, what you saying?
East or West?
East overachievers. Either or, whichever one you got first.
West over. See, actually, funny part, I think Houston might overachieve. But I think Houston, I got Houston overachieving. And for the East, I got you know what? Just has somebody said Heat?
Yeah, she said the Heat.
Yeah. Shit, because I try to be different, but I say the Heat. You know what? I say the Heat.
It's the Heat first. Eli, what are you saying? Overachievers in both conferences.
Rockets in the West, Pacers in the East.
First. Cozilla, what are you saying?
What do you want, East or West first?
Either or. Just overachievers in both.
Yeah, in the East, I'll go Miami Heat. A lot of people are doubting them, but they're a solid team.
Hey, listen, when you got buckets on the team, don't doubt them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And in the West, I'm going with Jeff Van Gundy's Los Angeles Clippers. Get ready.
Let's go, man.
Back your team. Back your team. Back your team.
I heard it. Going from 10 to 9, bro. I heard it, bro.
I said the Clippers. So just to clarify, so Cuz says that had the Heat and the Clippers. Eli had the Pacers and the Rockets. Jez had the Heat and Houston. Eddie had the Magic and the Grizzlies. Peter had the Bucks and the Grizzlies. And Sheik had the Heat and the Grizzlies. All right, Cuz, staying with you. Underachievers in both conferences.
Okay, so in the West, I'm going to say the Dallas Mavericks. I think a lot of people have Luka as an MVP shout, title favorites. They're not. I think they're going to have a fall-off season. And in the East, I'm going to say the 76ers, purely because of injuries. Because I was just told Joel Embiid's he's not playing back-to-backs, and Paul George is injured. So yeah, I'm gonna say the 76ers.
So 76. And who did you say? Oh yeah, you said the Mavs. All right,
Mavs.
Cool. Yeah, all good. Bless. Eli, what are you saying? Underachievers in both conferences.
Fuck the 76ers. They can kick rocks. And in the West, that's a little tougher. Ooh. Damn. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think the Nuggets may drop off a little bit.
The Nuggets, okay.
Yeah,
Fez?
I got the Nuggets dropping off a little bit.
Nuggets, Fez. Jazz, what you saying?
For the East, I got Philly.
Okay.
Underachievers for the West, though. Yo,
Yeah,
come
it's
back,
so
come
hard
back
in the
to
West.
I'll come back to you.
That's
I'll
just
come back
tough.
to you.
Come back,
Yeah,
come
I'm
I'll
back.
come
looking
back
at
to
it.
you.
It's looking
Eddie,
tough.
what you saying? Underachievers in both conferences.
In the West, the underachiever. Unfortunately, I have to agree. The Dallas Mavericks might turn out to be the underachiever, but it's tough because you know why that is though.
Go on.
They just went to the finals. So anything else than them getting back there is underachievement. I don't think they're good enough to do that again.
Okay.
I agree, though, but do you have the expectation even them making it to the finals? Because then it's like, because I don't expect them to make the finals. That's why it's hard for me to
No,
put them
once you
down
show
underachievers.
me, it's like once you show me you can do something, I expect you to do the same thing. Especially, that's just my expectation of you. Because if any regression, it's like even when you look at your football club, like if you've done something right, and that was you, let's say not at your peak, but close to it, then your peak, if you're playing at your peak, you should be at that same kind of area. They can only maybe if you want to give them grace, the Western Conference Finals, but with what they have on that team, what they've experienced, I think, anything other than a finals trip is underachievement. So I'd say them.
That's fair, man.
I heard.
That's fair.
In the
Same.
East,
Yeah, East to you.
yeah, I'm going to go with 76ers too.
Jeez.
Because Joel Embiid says he's not going to be playing back-to-backs.
Soft, brother.
Paul George is starting the year off
fake
with
African.
a knee injury.
Jez, hold on. Jez denounced Ghana and claimed Germany at the beginning of the stream.
And he's called, yeah.
Somebody else a fake African.
See that?
Hey, but you know what?
That is crazy.
You know what's different?
Nasty work, man.
There's no need for you to try to explain yourself.
Hey, no. I ain't out there like Embiid, who actually is playing professional ball. I'm just some random dude, the random German dude in Leicester, bro. That's it, bro. I'm just some random dude, bro.
Hey, you're on a professional platform, mate. We're not doing that. You're part of a professional entity. You're on a professional entity. This is a professional platform. It might not seem that way, but it's a professional. We are professional by the definition of the word, mate.
They call it
all I'll say is, man, beat his followers and my followers on IG. Yeah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Expectations.
That's cold work, Jez. That's cold work, bro.
That's crazy. Peter, what you saying? You're underachievers.
Hey, bro, there's black on black crime. That's why I'm calling it.
My underachievers in the West, not because I thought they would be good, but I think they're going to be worse than people expect. Yeah. I think the Warriors are going to be in a funny position in about 4 months from now when they're nowhere close to like anything other than like a 10 seed. Yeah. And you're going to hear the should we trade Steph whispers.
Good. Long
I
may
think
that
it's
continue.
that bad. So they're going to be my underachievers in the West because we're going to have the should they trade Steph Curry conversation, but we're going to have it like relatively seriously for like the first time ever.
Okay.
And then in the East, my underachievers. I mean, Philly seems like a very easy answer, but I don't want to do that. But I can see why people are saying that because obviously, like, he's already said he's not going to play back-to-backs. And, like he's out. He's good for missing a couple weeks of the season anyways. That could be a problem. But
bro, you breathe on him and he's out.
I'm going to go with I mean, the Heat sounds very mean. I'm actually going to go with New York. I'm going to go with the Knicks.
Knicks, okay. Knicks.
Yes. Just because I think they're going to lose in the same round of the playoffs this next year.
You know what, Peter?
Who's your pick in the West again?
Oh, in the West, I had the Warriors because we're going to have trade staff discussion.
Yes.
And in the East, I'm going to go with the Knicks. The reason I'm not saying the Bucks is because like everybody acts like the Bucks are not a real team anyways, and no one has any expectations for them.
Right.
I feel like with how much we've built up the Knicks with these 2 trades, if they get to a point where they lose in the conference semis again, and they're basically at the exact same point they were at before these trades and going all in, I think it's going to look crazy.
Yeah. It will. It will.
All right, first. What are you saying, Sheik? Underachievers.
I'm gonna go with Warriors too, just because obviously hater of the Warriors. I hope they have a terrible season, and I predict that. I think probably I don't know how many games they'll win. I can't give a number, but I hope they have a terrible season. And then from the East, I'll actually agree with Peter. I'll go with the Knicks. Just because of the way that people have been hyping up the Knicks after 2 trades. That's literally it. That's the only reason I'm going for the Knicks. Yeah.
No, I got my pick. I got my pick for the West.
I see you, German. What we got?
You want me to say it in German? I'll say this. But nah, you know what? Just out of pure agendas, Clippers are my underachievers. You get me?
hey, bun you just, man.
I want them draft picks, baby. I want them draft picks. I need Cooper Flag in there.
He said for all the smoke.
On the pure agendas, I need my draft picks, man. All I'm saying, man.
All right, so you're saying Clippers, that's our pure agenda. Big up Jacob for the raid as well. Much appreciated, Jacob. You lot, make sure you subscribe to your
What's good, Jacob?
Shouts to Jacob. Jacob, bless that. Appreciate it. So, these are the underachievers. So, Cuz said 7-6ers in the Mavericks. Eli has the 7-6ers in the Nuggets. Jez has the 7-6ers in the Clippers. Eddie has the 7-6ers in the Mavericks. And then Peter and Sheik both got the Knicks and the Warriors. They're the underachievers from each conference. So we've gone through overachievers, underachievers, MVP, both conferences, general play-ins, general consensus, also the top 6, general consensus. Anything else we've missed you, man?
Nah, man. We'll be here. Some amalgamation of the 7 of us will be here, plus maybe some others.
Yes.
Okay, because this is a 6-game season. I'm assuming all of us besides Jez have jobs, so like we have shit to do. So we might not
student life.
All right. So you kind of it is what it is, man. Whoever's in the stream, we're here for a good time and a long time. You know what they say. Get your questions in. It's good to be back. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday because it's opening night. I don't know why they'd be putting the Lakers on opening night every year. No offense, Eddie.
I'm taking. I will watch.
They say get
literally
LeBron.
I say this all the time. When it comes to numbers, the Lakers do more numbers than
LeBron and Bronny.
All I gotta say is, man,
storylines. They might as well just put Dallas versus Golden State on that.
Exactly, bro. Like they just want to get the shit off the
road. Just have Messi with the East. Like, you know.
I think they just want to get the shit out of the road real quick.
Yeah, man. A1 show. Big up to everyone that's locked in.
I do have a question real quick. Cause if you're there, bro, why is the Clippers why is this new Clippers logo so ugly, bro? I actually have to ask the question.
Could have happened to a better franchise.
Bro,
he's asking cause like Cause made it.
I actually just look
like Cause made it.
I only just deep that they got a new logo.
To be honest.
I think it's good, man. We just need
I like the last one because this one just threw me off. Like
the old one, like it was alright, but the one before that was the Lakers one. We just need our own like logo. This is a new beginning, man. We got some YNs in the team. It's ready to rock and roll, man.
Like I said,
yeah. This is why we need you to tackle it. This new beginnings.
Yeah, man. Yes, new beginnings. Speaking of new beginnings, you will get the show fortnightly, Fridays, 11 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel, Courtside Commentary. I'll be here. And like Pierre said, a mix of this 7 plus more, maybe some less. So just keep a lookout, people. But yeah, this will be added to the schedule, and you will see it on a fortnightly basis. I'll also make sure it goes on all the audio platforms as well, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. And in regards to NBA watch-alongs, you won't find them here on the YouTube, people. You will find them on the Sarcasm City TV playback, which is the schedule over there. Opening night, we will be over there for the Timberwolves Lakers game, people. So I've already added that to the list. We will change games every now and then, like what games we're doing and things of that nature. So just keep a lookout. But yeah, big up to everyone that's locked in. Let me see who's actually live. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. Big up to Sheik, Peter, Eddie, Jez, Eli, Colzilla, real ones. Like I said, all you lot in the chat, real ones. Jacob for the raid as well. Much appreciated. Obviously, Premier League is back as well. So a bunch of watch-alongs going on over on the playback as well, people. Starting with the Spurs versus the West Ham game, then the Manchester United Brentford game, then Bournemouth versus Arsenal, then the La Liga game, which is Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo. I'm not sure who's even playing at home or away, but yeah, that game. And I'll be right back here, 11 p.m. UK time for the Premier League podcast Yardman show. And a new show launching on Sunday as well, people. New show launching on Sunday, Manchester United Liverpool show. Hey, you lot go enjoy it, trust me. You know what I'm saying? United Liverpool show with a spin. Telling you lot. What are you saying, Eddie?
We play tomorrow.
Yeah, we do play tomorrow, unfortunately. Yes, we do. We play tomorrow, unfortunately.
Doc, I've been watching playoff baseball, preseason basketball, NFL, and I was cooling. Damn.
Bro, I was gonna say like we've been on the panel.
Hey man, how about me, Manchester?
What you mean, bro? Like what ten Hag ball, bro?
Flawless.
You see this shit.
Off, man. Just don't say that shit. Don't even finish that sentence, man.
Yeah. Just show up, man. Anyways, we're gonna read that. We're gonna redirect people. Hey, Jess, how about you show up, mate? But yeah, we're gonna redirect to Beijing Reds TV, people. We're gonna redirect to Beijing Reds TV. I think they're still live. Anyway, I'm just double checking that they are indeed still live. Let me just double check. Yeah, they are still live. So put Sarcasm City Raid in the chat. But this has been Courtside Commentary Podcast, NBA Season Preview 2024/25, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.